Hey guys, how's it going? I get to finally wear the Hawaiian shirt again. Because we're back to Kiryu! It's gonna be so funny going back to Kiryu with his like balanced style. It's like, what do you mean I can't just randomly knock down dudes? What do you mean I can't infinite hit stun? What do you mean I don't have Tiger Drop yet? What do you mean he feels like pretty much identical to Yakuza 3, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's gonna feel pretty identical to Yakuza 3. Oh yeah. Once we actually get to Kamurocho, we'll see if it takes quite as long. I don't know if... I assume Okinawa isn't in the game. Kind of. They haven't had areas for the other characters. Then again, it's RGG. They could just reuse the whole thing just cause. Cause like, why not? Why not? Why not? Okinawa wasn't in 4? Dang. Well. Part 4, Kazuma Kiryu. We get to do karaoke again once we get to back over to Kamurocho. Does that mean you can't even walk around like Kiryu's house or anything? Or I guess the orphanage? Is this POV from Saejima? It is not. Oh, look who's still alive! Dang. I'll be honest, was not expecting that. Ah, Haruka. This has been happening a lot lately, hasn't it? That's the dude who stabbed Dad.
どうしたんだ、はるか。
よ、久しぶりだな。
お前。浜崎。
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this dude to still be alive. After he got, what, shot and then fell in the ocean? Saejima barely made it, and he didn't get shot.
すまねえな。迷惑かけちまって。あの子は
Well, you stabbed me.
はるか。あいつはあんたのことが嫌いなんだろう。
なるほどな。まあ、無理もね。
ところで浜崎、お前、脱獄してきたのか。どうして脱獄なんかしたんだ。そんなことをしても、また罪を重くするだけだ。そうだろう。何日か前、冴島という男がここを訪れた。その時、お前の名前を口にしていたんだが。
その話本当か。
ああ。
そうか。冴島のやつ。
I'm surprised you made it out alive.
そうか。
Forget Saejima.
やはり知り合いなのか。
ああ。それで冴島はどうした。ちゃんとカムロ町には行けたのか。
ああ、向かった。その後無事にたどり着いたかまではわからないがな。
そうか。
It'd be kind of cool if your Kiryu from Yakuza 3 carried over to this game.
あの冴島って男と
Like if you had save file data or whatever, but doesn't seem they ever go that far
兄弟だ。
for the games. At most, you get like a little trinket saying thanks for playing our previous games.
兄弟。
I think the only game that I can think of that does that is really Persona 2, and that's probably partially because it was supposed to be one game instead of two back in the day, before they realized we don't have enough room on the disc.
だから頼む。俺の最初で最後の頼み、聞いてくれ。
Or the amount of time I guess they would have needed to make it into one game. So, Hamazaki, what do you want? Well, it's kind of a long story, but Saejima, he's the guy who bumped off Yoshiharu Ueno, chairman of the Yono Saiwa, back in '85. Wait, that's... Yup. You spent enough time in Kamurocho, you're gonna hear the story. Saejima killed 18 men all by himself that day. That's what they say. Anyways, the two of us only just met, both locked up in a private prison a stone's throw away from here. What do you mean, private prison? I mean, the government's not involved. They put the contract in place, yeah, but the private sector's been running the joint since the day they broke ground. They call it Okinawa Penitentiary Number 2. Take it you never heard the name? No. I had no idea a place like that existed in Okinawa. Here, they officially call it a correctional facility, but that's a load of bull. It's a dumping ground for washed-up Yakuza they want to snuff out for good. It was only a few days ago that Saejima got shipped down from whatever shithole they had him up in Tokyo. Which is when you met. Bingo! And you two planned the jailbreak together? More or less. Though I'm the one who came up with the idea, if I'm being honest. Why'd you pick Saejima as your partner? You saw him, right? Guy's built like a freaking brick wall. More importantly, I knew what really happened back in '85. The truth. Go on. Back in the day, Saejima was real tight with Majima. Yeah, that Majima. And that Uenosaiwa hit? The one where Saejima slaughtered those 18 guys? That was originally gonna be a two-man job. Saejima and Majima. Majima-san and Saejima were accomplices? Yep. But the day of the attack, Majima never showed. That betrayal's how I convinced Saejima to break out with me. Explains why Saejima was talking about revenge when he was here. It's all bullshit, though. Majima would have never betrayed his brother. They were both set up. By who? Guy named Shibata was setting up a third-tier Tojo family at the time. Problem is, Saejima and I got split up before I got to tell him what really happened. I'm glad Hamazaki survived so he could lore dump everything to Kiryu so he can just like catch Kiryu up real quick on like basically what's been going on. I think I can guess the favor you want. Yeah, you gotta tell him the truth, no matter what. Why is it so important? As it stands, Saejima's gonna try and kill Majima. Not only that, but I really respect him. He doesn't deserve to be living life in the dark, you know? I mean, sure, I only asked him to help me bust out because of how tough he is. But he actually started trusting me during the escape. Me, of all people. Look, my life's been nothing but betrayal after betrayal. I've been on both sides of that coin. But two people look beyond all that. Chose to trust me anyway. You and Saejima. Hamazaki. I want another chance to start over, to be a true brother to a guy who went out on a limb and actually trusted me. So I'm begging you, Kiryu-san. You gotta help me. One question first. What's that? Why do you need me to do it? Can't you go tell Saejima all this yourself? Well, what is it, Hamazaki? What was the folder that was so important that he needed so badly from the office?
これは
俺が脱獄した後、サツとの取引に使おうとしていたブツだ。沖縄第二刑務所なんて限りなく非合法に近い施設が生まれた経緯と、その資金面での金の流れが書かれている。
これは
Tojo Clan to Jingu, Jingu to the Tokyo Metropolitan Police.
そうだ。今から5年前、あんたも関係したあの登場会の消えた。
Oh yeah, the 10 billion yen.
実はあの事件で動いていたあの金も、沖縄第二刑務所設立の裏資金になるはずの金だったんだ。
Nishiki.
どういうことなんだ。
You're back. When I was still sucking the Tojo Clan teat, I found out the top brass all over Tojo, the top brass over at Tokyo PD had their hands dirty. Real dirty. With tons of shady cash. Bet you can guess where I learned all that. Snake flour. Yep. They'd been working with one of the top men of the force for years. Launders money through foreign banks and everything. Why go through all that trouble, though? Why did the police need all that cash? What they needed was to build one of their highest-ranking boys called their Utopia. Was to build one of their highest-ranking boys called their Utopia. Fun fact, in the PS3 version of that flashback is OG Yakuza 1 footage, not Kiwami. Ah, that makes sense. Penitentiary number 2. Right again. The idea was they'd build a place to toss all the convicted Yakuza they round up, then go and make deals with the very same Yakuza. What kind of deals? Stuff like bribing people to commit crimes. Then when the cops come in and save the day, everyone would think they were the heroes. Crime would become a police-controlled affair. That's absurd. Yeah, and the absurd power grab. Whoever handled those crimes would get big brownie points on the force. End up rocking up the ranks. Still can't believe the 10 billion yen Jinga was trying to launder through the Tojo was supposed to end up with the cops. Believe me, I was just as surprised as you are when I found out. Even when the money was getting blown to high heaven, the paper trail alone is some serious shit. Honestly, the only reason I grabbed this file in the first place is because I wanted a little dirt on the warden. Something I could use to bargain my way out of there, you know? But I gotta say, never thought I'd stumble on a shitstorm this massive. It almost feels like it's out of my league, if you get me. I show up on Tokyo's PD doorstep with this baby in tow, and that'd be the last anyone ever hears of me. Turns out this file's not the bargaining chip I was hoping it'd be. It's yours now. But why me? Because you were at the center of everything that went down 5 years ago. Hell, you even had to beat the shit out of your own brother at the end of it all. Then... Kiryu? Come on, don't give me the silent treatment here. I just don't get it. Why'd you show me that? I already told you. You gotta go to Kamurocho and tell my boy Saejima we're really... There's more to it than that. I know there is. Besides, you would end up behind bars again in no time without this bargaining chip of yours. So tell me, Hamazaki, what are you really after? Tojo clan destroyed Kamurocho Hills to the Ueno clan to the Tokyo PD. So if the Tojo clan is destroyed, the Tokyo PD would take over the Kamurocho Hills.
今とんでもねえことが起こってるんだ。俺はな、桐生。あんたにもう一度あの町の頂点に立ってもらいてんだよ。そうじゃなきゃ、俺たちが命かけてきた登場会がなくなっちまうんだ。
I was wondering how they were gonna get to like pull Kiryu back in. But relating it back to the events of Yakuza 1 is a good way of doing it. Even if it is a bit convoluted to be like that. I guess it's not that bad, honestly, because like they never said what the like 10 billion yen or whatever was for in the first place. I guess it checks out. Like, it's not too much of a stretch. Tachi in the house? Yo! We're home, Uncle Kaz. Looks like you kids had a good trip. You enjoy yourselves? Oh yeah, it was awesome. We hiked, went camping, even saw some old bones and stuff in a museum. Was it super cool, Koji? Mm-hmm. You gotta go with us sometime, Uncle Kaz. How was your grades trip, Ayako? Great.
ねえねえおじさん、あの人は？
天崎さんだ。俺の昔からの知り合いで。
ダメ！近寄らないで。
I mean, yeah.
はるか姉ちゃん。
To be fair, saying that somebody who last time you saw him stabbed you as your friend is not.
私はね、この人のこと許したわけじゃないの。
Sadly, this is the only bit of Okinawa we get for. I was worried about that, yeah. It's too bad you can't come back here and at least walk around.
1年前おじさんのこと刺したんだよ。
Yeah.
私、それ目の前で見てたんだよ。
そうだよな。俺は悪党だもんな。
天崎。
悪かったな、はるかちゃんよ。その子たちに近づこうとして。
はるか、もういいだろ。
よくない。いいわけないじゃない。おじさんは本当に浜崎って人のこと信用してるの？
ああ、してるよ。
もういい。 もう私おじさんがどうなっても知らないから。
That's too bad because Okinawa is really pretty, to be fair. Like, even if you just got to walk around this beach, that would be nice. You don't have access to a hideout. You can save your game. Oh, it seems like you can, actually. Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, it's RGG. Why would they not reuse Yakuza 3's, like, 3D environments, right? Come on. Anyway, I'm just gonna go into Okinawa a minute. You have fun, Haruka. Ah. Because this area is really pretty. I do kind of wish that, like, I guess this is why people say that they really would like a Yakuza 3 remake, right? Imagine, like, this, but expanded in, like, in newer engines or something. Although, to be fair, like, the water physics and, like, how blue the water is looks really nice, even in, like, this PS3. That sounds about right for Kiryu. Can I run in and grab the fish? No. I'd want to live there. I mean, it is very nice. It's, like, right on the ocean there. It's, like, a little secluded beach. Seems to be, yeah, like a little local beach there. I don't know. Oh, that's funny. You can tell the trees are 2D PNGs here. Look, so if I look at the tree, you can see that it like turns so that the PNG is always facing you. That's funny. I think they were fully rendered 3D trees in Yakuza 3, but here this area is not like used that much, so they must have just made them 2D. Any particular reason why one engine over the other, or are you just like the way they feel a bit more? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's some like downsides of like living out in the countryside like this. Like it's probably like a bus ride to get anywhere that has a grocery store, but personally I like living out in the country. Obviously I don't like live on a beach or anything, but I live out kind of in the country where you have to drive a little bit to get anywhere. It's kind of nice. We could use sub stories as usual? Yeah. We'll probably do all the sub stories in this game actually, because we're already pretty close with most of the characters. And we haven't done the Amon fight ever, so might as well do the Amon fight here before we wrap up this game, or after we finish the story or whatever. Because this will be the last like mainline game we play this year, right? I don't like the Dragon Engine, to be honest, except for maybe when they use it for Ishin. Okay. You're going back to Kamurocho, aren't you? Haruka, yeah. I just don't get it, Uncle Kaz. How can you trust him so easily? He stabbed you in broad daylight, Uncle Kaz. You almost died. I never trust him. Never in a million years. Haruka, please. Whenever I see him, I just think back to what happened last year. What he did to you. That memory terrifies me, Uncle Kaz. Haruka. I've always believed in you. You know I have. But this time, I'm really worried. It feels like if you go to Tokyo now, you're never gonna come home. You heard us talking last night, huh? Maybe you want to know what happened Maybe you want to know what happened 5 years ago, but I don't care one way or the other. I just want you to be safe. You don't care? Haruka, you lost both your parents in that incident. I lost Nishiki and Kazuma-san. If there really was something more going on behind the scenes, wouldn't you want to know what it was? I I'm happy just being here with you, Uncle Kaz. That's all I need. Not the truth. Just you. Haruka. When in October we starting it? Probably after Dead Souls or Dead Space 2, because that's a shorter game. So once that's finished, we'll start it. And then we'll just go through Dead Souls until it's done. And we'll start playing some other stuff. I'll figure it out at that point. Probably gonna do some DMC5 DMD mode after this game is done. Until October. And that'll probably take like a whole month and a half or so.
あのファイルのことは忘れてくれ。あんたにはここでの新しい生活があるんだろう。
でもそれじゃお前が
心配すんな。俺は結構しぶとい。獄中で冴島の帰りをゆっくり待つとするよ。
浜崎。
Guess I'm gonna head down to the station now. Turn myself in. Already? Yeah, sooner the better, I figure. Anyway, I'll be seeing you, Kiryu-san. Hold on. Do you even know where the police station is? I'm an adult. I got eyes. I'll find it. I'm coming with you, Hamazaki. We might have had our differences, but you at least deserve a proper send-off after all we've been through together. Kind of looks like it, doesn't it, Christian? That, like, I guess this is PS3, right? But, like, still, like, probably based off of a similar real place, you know? That, like, sea ocean blue with, like, the white sandy beaches. Wouldn't surprise me, honestly, if Destiny Island was based off of, like, just, like, some small Japanese island that somebody had gone to on the dev team, or just the beaches they've been to in general. Because it's got that same vibe. Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts games would be kind of fun to play on stream at some point. I don't know. Sometimes it gets a little iffy with the Disney music being copyrighted. And I've already played most of the games, so like, I don't know about replaying them. I have played through 1 and 2 on stream, but it's been a while. I think the last time I played a mod of 2 on stream. And that was pretty fun. It was kind of like taking some of... it was DMC's like combat stuff and importing it into Kingdom Hearts 2. It was a lot of fun. Suit yourself. All right. All right. Let me check a couple of things. Need to start Birth by Sleep at some point. Yeah, Birth by Sleep and 0.2 are the only things I haven't done yet. So I'll probably play them off stream at some point this year, but I've been saying that for like all year, and it's already we're already in September, aren't we? It finished Chain of Memories last year. Nice. I enjoy Chain of Memories. I played both the original and the remake, Chain of Memories. So okay, so he does start with some stuff. Oh, a lot of stuff actually. Most of the stuff he doesn't start out with is just the Kamaki stuff, it looks like. Interesting. And some other few things. Okay. I'll take a harder look at it later. See what he does or doesn't have. Oh, he has a cell phone. That's unusual for Kiryu. Character profiles, completion list. I guess he doesn't have a trainer unless it's Kamaki, but it doesn't seem like he has a training thing because actually we can double check. No, he does get Kamaki training, it looks like, because it's Kamaki abilities, so he does get some stuff. Ancient techniques, huh? Interesting. He has only 2 revelations for Kiryu, unfortunately. Not the usual 4, it seems like. Was it 4? I think it's 3 or 4 for most of the other characters, but... Wall Crush and Essence of Finishing can both be upgraded. Okay. Anything else we can do? Can we collect a worm or anything? Doesn't really look like it. Maybe I can poke around a little bit in Morning Glory before we leave. I mean, it should still be pretty much the same as the PS3, or sorry, Yakuza 3 version. I don't think they'd change too much about it, since it seems like this is the only time we actually visit here. Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts games are a lot of fun. I've enjoyed them quite a bit. Technically, actually, there is Melody of Memory, which I own, which I haven't played as well. But, yeah. That's about it. Okay. Are they at least different ones? Here they have multiple, but some of them overlap. Looks like you can't go back anymore. Okay, there's that at least. All right. I'll see you later, doggy. 0 out of 10. Cannot pet the dog. Yeah, the card system of Chain of Memories can be kind of funky, but it's also kind of fun to break it. Or, like, get super broken in that game. And it's different. I enjoy it overall. You sure about this, Hamazaki? 100%. The only way I'm reuniting with Saejima is when we're both back in the slammer. Hamazaki. Please, why won't you listen to me? My brother was sent to a prison in Okinawa. I know he was. You can say that all you want, lady, but I've never heard of this penitentiary number 2 you keep going on about. Now go home already. It's essentially a story recap. Yeah, it's a story recap rhythm game. No, please. You have to listen to me. I'm begging you. We already have listened. Listen. I already told you. We looked through the logs of every prisoner ship down here. Your brother isn't and has never been in an Okinawa prison. He is. I just know he is. Please, check for Taiga Saejima one more time. Please, officer. What? Huh? Well, this isn't serendipitous, isn't it?
とにかくもうお引き取りください。
ちょっと待ってください。
あんたもしかして冴島大河の知り合いか？
ええ。タイガーは私の兄です。
警察署の前では都合が悪いな。もしよければ少しお話を聞かせてもらえませんか？
え？もしかして兄のことで何かご存知なんですか？
ああ、場合によっちゃあんたの力になれるかもしれん。
とにかく人目のつかない場所に行こう。お付き合いいただけますか？
I like the music in the background here. It's like tension building music. I kind of wish they gave her a better fit than that like overcoat that she's always wearing. But oh well. I guess it's supposed to be because she's wearing like hostess clothes underneath it, but especially since you get to pick like which hostess clothes she's wearing in the hostess club thing. But heck is this place, Kiryu? The ex-hideout of a family called the Tamashiro I crossed swords with last year. It's been empty for a while now. Yeah, I remember this place. Gosh, that boss fight sucked ass. It was so bad. Holy cow. If there's anywhere we won't be interrupted, it's here. Gosh, I remember how much the boss fights at the beginning of Yakuza 3 sucked, and then like by the end of it, it had some of the better boss fights in the games at the end. Yakuza 3 really is like has some of the worst and best boss fights in that game. But yeah, Melody of Memory is probably something I'll play at some point. I don't know. I think once like I've said this before, but when Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, yeah. Once Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, I'll probably play that, and I'll probably be done with the games, to be honest. It honestly wasn't that bad, Rabbit Raccoon. And I mean, I've talked about this before, but it might have partially been because of using weapons and stuff, but yeah. Okay, fair enough, yeah. Yeah, I've gotten on a Call of Duty kick. I've been playing through the games recently. Right now, I'm replaying through World at War. I played through it once. I was like, that was a good time. I'm going to play on the hardest difficulty. So I've been working through that the last couple of days. It's been okay. It's mostly fine, except for that they like to grenade spam a lot. Like, literally, every, 2 minutes, you'll have 3 enemies toss 3 grenades, right on top of your position, so you have to move fairly constantly, which is dangerous in that difficulty, but yeah. I think it's a little bit of bullshit, but apart from that. So, are you ready to talk? We might be able to find out where your brother is if we pull all the information we have. It's worse than Call of Duty 2. Yeah, I played Call of Duty 2 as well earlier this year. And I'm waiting on an HDMI adapter for my Xbox. Should be coming this Friday, so I can play Big Red 1, the spin-off console-only Call of Duty 2 game. But I didn't play that one on the hardest difficulty. I think I played that one on hard, but not the hardest difficulty for COD 2. I find that most of the time, the only other time I've really tried the hardest difficulty of Call of Duty games was the first Modern Warfare. And I just remember spending half an hour to an hour trying this one ambush area where you're in this tiny little box and get ambushed and just dying over and over again. You gonna do that PS2 World at War game, Final Fronts? I might emulate that at some point. I hear it's not very good though, so who knows. The Wii one is actually a bit more interesting. That one would be more interesting to actually play, probably. Now, you said you were Taiga Saijima's sister? I think what I'm gonna do next, after I finish World at War and do Big Red 1, is go through the Black Ops games, because I have Black Ops 1 through 4, so play through that. And then I also have Cold War, so I'll be able to get through most of the storyline. That's right. My name is Yasuko Saijima. I installed it onto my Xbox yesterday. Took 2 hours to install Call of Duty Black Ops. My goodness. Black Ops 4 has no campaign. Oh, okay. Yeah, but at least Cold War does, so skip it? Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe I'll try the zombies mode a little bit. I think it has zombies, right? So maybe I'll try that a little bit, but that's about it. I haven't seen my brother for 25 years now. Every single day, I tried to visit him in prison, but they never once let me in to see him. Not a single time in all those years. Then just a few days ago, I heard he was being transferred to Penitentiary number 2, down in Okinawa. As soon as they told me, I left Kamurocho and raced down here. But no matter how many times I ask, all the authorities insist such a place never existed. That's what we walked in on. Yes, I'm at my wit's end here. Yasuko-san, yeah? Anyone who told you Penitentiary number 2 doesn't exist either doesn't know the truth or who's lying to you. It's real, all right. What? I should know. I've been there. You have? Oh yeah. They gave it some fancy name and number like a regular prison, but it's actually not government run. You ever hear of a private prison? I like how they're saying this like it's some wild concept, but America, yeah, private prisons are a thing. Of course. And that's what Penitentiary number 2 is? Yep. Details are gonna have to come later, though. I got some more important news for you first. Truth of the matter is, I know your brother. You know Taiga? Mm-hmm. Oh, and he's here. Here's another grain of truth for you. He's long gone from Okinawa. Probably reached Kamurocho by now, if I had to guess. Me and him broke out together a few days ago. You... what? He's telling the truth. Your brother washed up at my orphanage the next day, and I ended up giving him some money to get up to Kamurocho. Sorry, Yasuko. You just missed him. In that case, I can't afford to waste any more time here. I need to get back to Kamurocho at once. But yeah, the Call of Duty games have been fun. Like, turn off my brain, just kind of shoot and like enjoy the ride kind of things. Compared to the games I've been playing on stream, so that's been kind of nice. Especially with zombie mode, right?
変な連中が大量にビルに入ってきやがった。刺すかもしれん。どうするキリュウ。
今警察に捕まったら説明するのに時間がかかる。とりあえずここを出よう。
Future Pokemon games should really adopt the DQ 3R's 2D art style. I think it would work. Yeah, I really wish Pokemon would also go back to 2D myself. That, like, what do they call it? Whatever Octopath Traveler has, that kind of style, I think would work really well.
間に合わなかったか。
Or something like DQ 3R's style.
警察じゃない。誰なんだこいつらは。
It's him. He's back, Mr. Stun Baton. Ah, this fucking guy. You know how annoying your virtual boss fight is? I'm surprised too, to be fair. That is surprising. I'm still surprised Hamazaki is still alive. From going to the end of Yakuza 3, like, the way he did, to being so important here is wild, honestly. To be fair to the writers, they've done a good job of, like, bringing back characters or side characters and making them more interesting. Both with Yakuza 2 and Yakuza 4 here. Or give us the option to switch from 3D to 2D. Dragon Quest 11 allows you to do that. Yeah. Turns out Pokemon could do a lot of things that would make the games better. But either they don't have the time or the money to... Well, they have the money. They just don't have... They just don't want to spend the money, or they don't want to spend the time to do so. Because they got to keep putting out new Pokemon games to keep up on that cycle, to get out more plushes and everything. So that's the bitch who went run to the police, begging to see Saejima. Who are these guys, Hamazaki? Guards from that shithole penitentiary I was telling you about. These pricks are the cruelest goons of the business. Rich coming from an escaped convict. Look, I'll go back with you. Whatever I gotta do. Just leave these two out of it. I don't got a damn thing to do with this. No can too. Don't worry, Hamazaki. We're not gonna kill you. But you're gonna need a serious attitude adjustment once we get you back in the slammer. Might have to beat you till you change. Either way, the pitch isn't going anywhere. Why? This is between you and me. Sorry, but Warren's orders. He told me to bring him Taiga Saijima's sister, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Me? But why would... That's a load of bull! Hamazaki. Huh? Take care of Yasuko-san. What? What are you saying, Kiryu? I'll handle the guards. You stay behind me and keep her safe. Understand? Yeah. You hear that? If you want to get to Yasuko, you're going to have to go through me. And who are you, tough guy? Someone who spent almost a quarter of his life in prison. And I can tell. You're no ordinary guards. Step aside, pal. Or who knows? We might just accidentally beat you to death. I think you'll find that's not as easy as you expect. Heh, your funeral. No more fucking around. Slaughter him. All right, time to figure out what all Kiryu can do at this point in the game. Let me get down to that healing item a minute, because we have nothing. It is really a shame to see like all the care and kind of like attention to detail kind of slowly be drained out of the Pokemon games as time goes on. Is honestly what it feels like. If we don't, I can grab it a minute. Let's see, we have quick step cancel, enhanced throws. Yeah, punching combo. Ultimate essence, huh? Okay. Oh, right. There's red heat mode too for this guy, for Kiryu. Is this Kiryu's battle music, by the way? Pretty good. There's Tiger Drop. It's a 1 slot. Is it? Combo speed boost. Oh, there it is. Yeah, double finishing blow. It's only 1 for him, dang. Let's grab a couple of others then. Essence of smoking. Anger enemies by having a smoke, a secret technique that takes advantage of their anger. In heat mode, press triangle while smoking a cigarette. I'm guessing his taunt is lighting a cigarette or something then. Okay. Yeah, I haven't played the Octopath games. I played the demo of like, I think the first one a little bit, but that's about it. Probably not against this guy. This guy is going to be a bit too hairy to like... Yeah. He's not going to let me light a cigarette. Is he? Yeah, I'd have to take another sec. It is wild that you fight the same boss before you can like get any healing items or anything for 2 of the characters. This dude has to be like one of the most like infamous boss fights in general in these games, doesn't he? Just for the fact that like you have 2 fights with him with 2 different characters where you can't dang it. Yeah, with 2 different characters where you can't get like any good healing items beforehand or anything. Like, this is supposed to be your tutorial with Kiryu pretty much, and your first fight is against this dude. I assume most people who have played this probably played 3, but not everybody will have. So they'll have like almost no idea like what Kiryu is capable of at this point. Even here, his kit is pretty similar to Yakuza 3, but like not entirely, and I'm not all sure what I can do yet. So that's pretty good though. Out of all the things to not start with, there we go. There's the good old, I don't know, that combo's pretty good. His, basic, like, X triangle triangle combo is pretty good. That's a shame, Christian. Yeah, fair enough. I've heard that he gets pretty broken in 5, yeah. I think you've said that and other people have said that too. Gotcha. That, yeah, just that alone is probably pretty good. Yeah, he does. He starts out a lot stronger than any of the other characters do, because it's Kiryu. There we go. I got his baton. She police. Wait, is there like one dude left or something? We can upgrade abilities. Yeah. It's Kiryu time, baby. I love the part where Kiryu'd all over the place. What do we want? Let's grab knockdown reversal. That's always a classic. Oh, bounding throw is always a classic as well. And we'll start on this too. Yeah, bounding throw for sure. Looks like there's more on the lower floor. Yep. I remember, did you see Tanomura and Saguchi leave that dock with those boats and chase and go back to the same dock? You know what? I didn't think about that during the final boss fight, Corgi, but you are right. That is actually what happened there, isn't it? Yeah. Here. Oh my gosh. All right. That dude's got to go. Come here, you. Come here, you. Yeah, no, it's RGG. I'm wondering if his health bar is a combination of the others or something like that. Maybe. I wouldn't know about that. I don't think that's what they would end up doing. I think it's just that Kiryu already has some upgrades and like starts out at a higher level. But maybe you're right. Maybe that's how they do it. I know that in some games, like for RPGs and stuff, characters you don't have in the party invisibly get XP until they join the party in games where all allies get XP after battles anyway, so that way they can have people join at a level that's similar to your other characters if you do a bunch of grinding or whatever. Nice. There's a heat action with this cigarette. That's great. I love that. Kiryu's pretty cool in this game already, I can tell. Like, he's got some really good sauce in his combos and everything. By the way, hey, Kiryu, where's that tiger drop? It's under here. Looks like I have to get some other stuff, like Kamaki knockback and stuff. But you have to wait till level 10. That one's also in 3, is it? Huh, I don't remember that. But yeah, keep grabbing the one. Love that look at him. He's just cool in art. I mean, Kiryu's cool in general, yeah. But he is really a big step up when it comes to initial power level compared to the other characters. Oh, he's back. I see. So if you get hit while you have the cigarette in your mouth, you drop it. So if you want to do the cigarette thing, you have to like not get hit. That's fun. Got him. Nice. I love that cigarette heat action. I'm definitely going to try and use that against bosses and stuff. Yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense for the story, but man, Sato again. At least he's a good villain, because boy is he sure easy to hate. Between his multiple boss fights and everything. At least it's a little bit better here than with Saejima, because Kiryu is just so much stronger and he's a bit more nimble. This boss fight just sucks so much with Saejima. Gosh, it does feel pretty good to be back with Kiryu, to be honest. There's a nice familiarity to him, especially since this is basically Kiryu from Yakuza 3, just on steroids, with even more upgrades available to him later on. Granted, he doesn't have all of his Kamaki style stuff yet, but come on, like, look at that combo, man. Just like Saejima wishes he had combos like that. Okay. Yeah, that's true too. There's not that bug that I had to like fix through mods or anything. Seriously, the fact that Kiryu forgets how to Tiger Drop when you unlock him is like watered down versions of characters you get. Yeah, it's kind of weird that I understand from a balancing perspective why that's a thing, but like it does kind of suck that Kiryu forgets Tiger Drop every time. I think if that was the first time I had done that heat action, that would have finished him off. Doesn't look like heat actions do less damage if you use them repeatedly against bosses. Yeah, it really does, Corgi. Okay. That is true. You do have the boss fight against him as Saejima. That's pretty cool. And you can technically fight against Kiryu as all the characters through the i7 system. Might be kind of fun to do at some point. I mean, if we're going for a mod and stuff, we might as well try some of the i7 stuff later. as well.
あの子供たちを裏切るようなことをさせちまって。
俺はお前に頼まれてするわけじゃない。
Yeah, I'm just surprised Hamazaki's still here, to be honest.
俺の意志だ。
早く行け。こっちのことは心配するな。
ああ。行こう、安子さん。
はい。浜崎さん、ありがとうございました。兄にあなたのような親友がいたこと誇らしく思います。
やめてくれ、そういうの。
兄には必ずあなたのこと伝えます。
いいから行け。
さあ、行こう。
Oh, what's going on? You get shot? What?
俺も山に。
Did his wounds reopen from getting shot earlier? Yeah, no, that does make sense, Corgi, yeah. Helps with different POVs and whatnot, yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of cool to be able to fight against a character who was playable previously. Or later being able to play as a character that was a boss. I mean, that's basically how Virgil from DMC3 feels. He feels like a playable boss character, for better or for worse. He feels a little awkward. At least I think so, anyway. Leaving already, Machan? Paying his respects to those two, huh? You know, Sao-san? I've been a better friend. You've been a better friend to me than I've ever been to you. Don't be ridiculous. You know that's not true. I'm just sorry the truth turned out to be so harsh. Your father murdered by another man on the force. I can barely believe it. You're telling me. At least with Virgil, you unlocked the boss fight, yeah. Yeah. Something about all this doesn't sit well with me. How will your father's spirit ever find peace? I think he'll be just fine. Hmm? Chief Hisai, Saguchi-san. They are tired of being used by Munakata and Katsuragi all these years. Two of them spent their whole lives serving others. But their final moments? Those were theirs, and theirs alone. They went out following their own brand of justice. Machan. I wouldn't hate that, but it would be very funny to suddenly swap back to Tanamura after getting teased with Kiryu. Saguchi-san must have known telling me the truth of what happened 25 years ago was signing his own death warrant. But he did it anyway. And Chief Hisai? He took his own life in order to spare you, me, and Meihua. What? What? Meihua? That explains what he said into the phone before he shot himself. Both of them will be dealt with. Yeah. Chief Hisai told Munakata I was dead, so he'd stop coming after me. He spared my life so I could do what's right. So that I could do what he never could. You mean bring Munakata down? Saguchi was a good character at the end there, yeah. A very cool scene, to be fair. Yeah. Exactly. But how are you going to do that, Machan? Munakata is one of the most powerful men in the top police institutions in the world. Well, I don't think I'll be getting much help from my fellow officers, that's for sure. Yeah, I guess maybe the scene was added later, because some of you guys were surprised by it. So maybe it's just to patch up some plot holes or whatever, about how that one dude died or whatever. Ni hao. Akiyama-san. Phew, this shit's really it, the proverbial fan, huh? You're telling me. Anyway, what's up? You wouldn't swing by here without a good reason. You know, sometimes it's depressing how sharp you are. It's Munakata. Oh yeah, I was wondering about that when I was fighting him. He wasn't too bad, but I understand why you said that, like, bringing weapons was kind of important. He is pretty spammy. He can get very frustrating, but yeah. What happened? District Attorney's goon showed up at my office. Started tearing the place apart at the seams. Not to mention, they chucked me out on the street. Wait, they're investigating Sky Finance? On what grounds? They said they're looking into some kind of coercion. Exact terms eluding me at the moment. Anyway, the issue is my tests. They said I'm forcing people to do stuff they don't want to do in exchange for money. Classic coercion case, I guess. Yeah, I guess acting like a goblin and asking people to solve riddles to get money is now illegal. You haven't fought Moon Dakota yet? Oh, okay. Yeah, they're doing a good job of trying to keep like the overall story going and make everything tie together. Doesn't always work, but it's working out okay. It's like I can hear the words coming out of the DA's mouth himself. Anyway, I didn't know where else to turn, so I thought I'd drop by here. Looks like I got you at a bad time, though. Want me to come back later? No, your time actually couldn't be better. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I need a hand with something, Akiyama-san. Yeah, I'll have better weapons by that point, too. Probably all of next week will just be cleaning up, like, side stuff and getting weapons for everybody. Here we are again, Kiryu! Back at it again! Kamurocho.
どうやらいつものカムロ町って感じじゃないな。あんまり悠長にしている暇はなさそうだ。すぐにあんたのお兄さんを。
No time to waste. Let's go do some karaoke.
だがとりあえずその前にあんたに言っておきたいことがある。ちょっとついてきてくれ。
Well, we have time for karaoke first, though, right? Can't think of a better place to talk than New Serena. Yasuko-san, there's a bar here near here that I used to go back to in the day. We can catch our breath there for a bit. Okay, I'll follow your lead. I'm sure there won't be any police that are right next to New Serena thanks to them investigating Sky Finance right now. Yeah. What's this truck doing here? Someone moving? Hey, I recognize this song. It's a good song, by the way. Hey, Date! It's been a minute. How have you not been involved in this plot yet, considering you are Mr. Ex-Policeman? How have you not been involved in this whole plot yet? What's going on, Kiryu? You show up in a guy's bar and don't even drop him a line first? Sorry for not letting you know, Date-san. I have some business in town. Work never ends for the X-4th chairman, huh? You got that right. Anyway, this is Yasuko Saejima. I'm here helping her with a little something. It's nice to meet you. Oh, the pleasure's all mine. She's a knockout, Kiryu. How'd you end up bringing a girl like her back here, huh? Whatever you're thinking, I guarantee you've got the wrong idea. Let's leave it at that. By the way, where's Mama? Gone for the week. Family trouble. You know how it goes. We couldn't or didn't want to get our VA back in, so we just knew we were going to have Date here, so we're having him take over. Don't worry about it. And you're holding down the fort while she's gone? Yep. It's a real pain. Well, with my other work and all, but she insists we keep it open for the regulars. Lucky for us that she does. Now, Kiryu, what's this little something you need to take care of? Oh, right. You mind taking a seat, Yasuko-san? Please. I just need to ask you something before we head out to find your brother. Okay. Oh, yeah? Kiryu! Kiryu, we gotta seal the door to darkness! Chippin' de. I wonder if Date will be written off in the games like they did with Sayama. I don't know. I guess we haven't seen any of the host guys, right? Who are those side characters in previous games yet. But maybe now there'll be a sub-story with one of them from Kiryu's perspective. Because they were still in Yakuza 3 a decent amount. But we haven't seen them at all yet so far. Date is stuck around so far. Although I have a feeling that he's probably not going to persist past 5 would be my guess. So, was it one you want to ask me? Sorry if this is a blunt question. But why do you need to see your brother so bad? Bad enough to murder for it. Wait, you what? Kiryu-san, is this really the best place to... don't worry about Date-san. He's an ex-detective, yeah, but we can trust him. I promise. He never turn you in without hearing what you had to say first. Isn't that right, Date-san? Well, no, sorry, Kiryu, but, like, if she's murdered people, I kind of have to report it. Like, I'm still an ex-detective. Like, I can't be harboring criminals here at somebody else's bar. I'm just taking care of the place. Like, Kiryu, we're good friends, but I don't know this woman at all. Well, yeah, that's right. Now tell me the truth, Yasuko-san. Why did you go so far for your brother? Yasuko-san. Come on. It's because Taiga's everything to me. I owe him my life. Well, you know, Kiryu's a friend. But she's like murdered people. And we all know that Kiryu has never killed anyone, which is, you know, a big difference from this girl who has killed people. Well, except for that one time, but not really. He does have that on his record, but he did spend some years in the Droid for murdering somebody, but didn't actually murder anybody. Kind of like Saejima. That's still so bullshit. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you were here for that part of the stream on last Thursday, Corgi, but I thought the whole rubber bullets thing was so much BS. So much BS. What? I'm serious. If it weren't for him, I would have died years ago. Go on. Have you ever heard of a living donor kidney transplant? Isn't that the thing that, like, the kind of thing that Nishiki turned evil over? I like the fact that they probably took the plane together, or the private plane Cosmos Twin got him. Yeah. Oh yeah, you read about all of those things all the time. That's why they give you a kidney from one of your relatives, right? They say you only need one after all. Right. The truth of it is, I'm the recipient of one of those living donor transplants. Rubber bullets in video games don't kill, and in fact they act exactly like normal bullets, and it's fine because we can't have our protagonist kill people, so we just use experimental rubber bullets that look and act exactly like actual bullets, to the point where everybody, including Saejima, thinks they're getting shot with regular bullets, but no. So stupid. It's so stupid. And they pick up like part of the rubber bullet, and it doesn't look anything like an actual rubber bullet. Yeah, I mean, Batman's got the same kind of BS going on. Or like in the Spider-Man games, right? Spider-Man doesn't kill people, but you can like throw them off of like skyscrapers. And it's like, yep, doesn't kill anybody. In fact, I think there are some of the Spider-Man games where if you throw a enemy off a building, like after they fall for like a little bit, there will be like a little web thing that spawns underneath them and like holds them there so they aren't technically dead or whatever. Right. The truth of it. Yeah, okay. And your brother's the one who gave it to you, huh? That's what you meant when you said you owe him your life. Yes. Hold on. Getting a transplant like that from your sibling isn't all that uncommon. I'm not judging or anything, but do you really owe him that much for just a kidney? It's not that simple. Think you can explain? The kidney I got, it wasn't Taiga's. He wasn't a match. Wait. What, different blood types? Well, yes, but what? Why couldn't you get the transplant from your brother? Yasuko-san? I think I get what's going on here. You and Taiga aren't actually siblings. Kiryu! He's right. Taiga's my stepfather's son from his prior marriage. My mother had me before she and my stepfather ever even met. Rubber concrete, jeez. And where'd you find a match? He just like falls into the pavement and it's like new rubber pavement and it just stretches all the way down. You just see boing, and then like you have that super serious cutscene and you just see like after a few seconds them just shoot up back in the air, just boing. World's largest rubber trampoline. Since my mother has already passed, Taiga tracked down my biological father and begged him to donate his kidney to me. Saejima. Beyond the regular difficulty of finding a kidney donor, my blood type is extremely rare. A direct relative was my only hope of a match. Once Taiga learned that, he spent every waking moment of his life scouring the city until he found my father. He was only 15 years old at the time. Still just a kid, huh? Surprised Saejima never mentioned that during all of his like talking about his backstory. I guess it was never like essential or super brought up. He mentions having to like take care of his sister, but he never mentioned this part at least. Me is like, damn, I'm lucky as hell I'll be a recurring character and fall in love with Daigo. I wish I could say the same for Aniki, man. Still just a kid, huh? I had honestly given up hope. Before my mother died, she told me my father was nothing more than an abusive drunk with no ever chance of changing. I don't know if you want that liver. Well, I guess an alcoholic liver is still better than no liver. Based on what I knew, it seemed like he was already dead. Or kidney. Right, kidney. Was it kidney or liver? No, it's, I think kidney, because you have two kidneys, you only have one liver. I think. Based on what I knew, it seemed likely he was already dead. Even if he wasn't, I didn't want to live knowing I owed my life to such a horrible man. At the time, I would have rather died than continue on carrying a part of him inside me. But Taiga wouldn't take no for an answer. He said no matter what happened, he would take care of me. Then, you found your dad? Yes. Well, where was he? In Kansai. He had started working for a Yakuza organization called the Omi Alliance, handling the dirty jobs nobody else wanted to touch. The Omi? That's right. Taiga went alone to Kansai, knowing full well that my father was a Yakuza, but... let me guess. They tried to extort him. Exactly. A Yakuza through and through, my father demanded a massive sum of money in exchange for one of his kidneys. How much cash are we talking here? 30 million yen. 30 mil? That's a ton now, but it was a fortune back then. How was a kid ever supposed to get his hands on that kind of money? He wasn't. That was the point. But Taiga didn't give up. He started fighting thugs in the streets of Kamurocho, trying to scrape together whatever funds he could. That would never work. Not for cash like that. It didn't. Not until Sasai-san from the Tojo clan stepped in. He gave Taiga the 30 million under one condition. He joined the Sasai family. Oh, that explains why he was so loyal to him at the time. Okay. Again, it's a little weird that this was never mentioned during Saijima's story. Like, it feels like this is something he would have brought up during, like, him talking about his own backstory or thinking about it. But I guess they wanted to have the reveal here. Apparently, the Switch 2 version of Kiwami 1 is the only console version that runs at 60 FPS. That man's kidney was somehow a little less expensive than the empty lot. Yeah. Well, did you account for inflation? Actually, no, it should be roughly in the same time period, right? Because, let's see. Yeah, because I think, doesn't Yakuza 0 take place in the 1970s? Which this would also be probably in the 70s? Yeah. Because if it's when Saijima's a kid, because the hit was carried out in 85 when he was still in his 20s. So I think that's about right. I don't know. Dates are a little funky. 0 takes place in the 80s. Okay. So that's how he ended up in the Tojo. All that time, Taiga never turned his back to me. Even when it seemed like all hope was lost, he supported me. Yakuza 0 was 1988, and he was 20 in 85. Okay. So, yeah. Man, so this hit was like a few years even before Yakuza 0. Man. Saijima's old, man. No wonder he's like so nostalgic and like is so surprised by all the changes to Kamurocho. Forget Kiryu and his boomer ass. Like when Saijima went in, like even pagers weren't a thing probably. Or they were like this newfangled thing. That was like barely a thing. He dropped out of high school, gave up on his dream of becoming a teacher, even joined the Yakuza for me. Yeah, part of the reason why. Yeah, because it had just happened not that long ago. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense now. I really do want to replay Yakuza 0 after I play 5. Because it'll have been like a year and a half probably by the time since I played Yakuza 0 by the time I get to it. If I play it sometime next year. Who was 20 and 85? Saijima. I believe Saijima was 20 and 85. When he carried out the hit, he was like around 20. Yeah. So that's what you meant when you said you owe him your life. That's right. He's everything to me. Not only did Taiga literally save my life, but he gave me the will to keep on living. Are you going to replay it on Legend mode? I think that would be fun. Playing out a harder difficulty or like New Game Plusing it would be fun, yeah. Yasuko-san. I don't think I'd 100% it because it's one of the more difficult games 100%, but yeah. Maybe like playing on a hard difficulty and trying the Amon fight would be fun. And now having full context, it would be kind of fun to replay. Where, you know, after I play 5, I would have full context. Yeah, early 20s.
あんたにはここで待っていてもらう。少しこの店で頭を冷やした方がいい。
え？あ？何言ってんだキリュウ。こんなに切実に会いたがってるってのに。
安子さん、もし冴島がすでに死んでいたとしたら、あんたどうするつもりだ？
Also, I need to go do karaoke. You need to stay here.
死ぬ気なんじゃないのか。
Does it? I don't remember that query, I'll be honest. Majima is a year older than Saijima, if I remember correctly. Whatever. They're both kind of old. They were both like in their early 20s when the hit was carried out in 85 at least. Well, I mean, don't they say how old Majima is in Pirate? So you could work backwards from there. because I assume that Pirate is supposed to take place in either 2024 or 2025. So you could just, you know, minus the amount. It does in the credits? Okay. Maybe that's why I don't remember. It might have just been pictures or whatever in the credits, and I was like, I don't know. I have no context for any of these. Yasuko-san, you keep saying you owe Taiga your life. And I get it. We all rely on other people. It's hard to keep going without someone loving you, supporting you, pushing you onwards. Majima is exactly 60 in Pirate. Okay. So if it's 2024, minus 60. Hold on, math. It's 2000 minus 36. 2000 minus 36 would be 1963. So if he was born in 1963 and the hit happened in 85, then he would be 22 years old. Yeah, so he would be 22 years old at the time of the hit. And he'd be about 25 during Yakuza 0. If I'm doing my math correctly. But in your case, it says he was born in 1964. Okay. So I could be slightly off, yeah. Well, if he was born in 1964. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So, like, yeah, depending on when his birthday is. Okay. I was off by, like, a year because of birthday stuff. Okay. But, yeah. But in your case, Taiga became more than that. He's not just your support. He's your reason to keep living. I know life hasn't been easy for you. Losing your parents is one of the worst pains imaginable. And you had to bear that burden at a far younger age than most. But having a hard life doesn't excuse the way you've lived. Not that I have any right to talk. I made my fair share of mistakes. Kiryu. I understand why you feel so strongly, but that emotion has led you some bad decisions. It's not a stretch to say it's completely clouded your judgment. Like a what? So it's like a judgment? So, I need you to stay here while I go figure out where your brother is. It's for your own good. Yeah, but... Kiryu. Don't worry. I'll find him, right after I finish doing some karaoke and batting cages. And I'll make sure you two are reunited. I promise. Even if it's his dead corpse. But for now, you just need to be patient, okay? Yes. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Yasuko-san. Take care of her for me, will you? Do you even have to ask? You now have access to a hideout. Okay. It's very funny that you get that hideout for like 5 seconds, and I don't think you ever go back to Okinawa again. Hold on a sec, Kiryu. What's wrong? There's something I need to tell you. Oh, is it? Okay, that's funny. Couldn't really say it in there. Does it involve Yasuko-san? You bet. If she found out about this, she'd just end up getting herself into more trouble. Well, what is it? Well, you only just got here, so you probably haven't noticed, but this whole town's been kind of on edge lately. Yeah. That kind of reminds me, Corgi, I was reading a article about Pokemon and stuff, and one of the things that the creators was talking about was like with Pokemon Black and White, in the English version, it was kind of like they were trying to create a region where a bunch of different kinds of people to come together, and so they thought of New York, and so the region is called Unova, because it's like a bunch of people coming together in one place. I think the original Japanese name is also kind of similar to that, where it's the idea of like a bunch of different people coming together in one area. Because of Saejima? Partially, I'm sure. But there's more to it than that. Word on the street is, Majima and Saejima linked up a few days ago. What? Yep, I heard Majima had his boys lines the whole damn street to keep the cops off Saejima. Huh. So they've already met. Speaking of, Tate-san, do you know where I can find Majima-san? I need to talk to him as soon as possible. Not just about Saejima. Majima-san might be able to tell me more about about the connection between the top police brass, Shingu, and the Tojo clan. The police? What are you talking about? Sorry, but I can't say much more than that. Just know that people are gunning for the Tojo. And no matter what's going down, I need to hear Majima's side of the story. Yeah. Hey, Dom. How's it going? Alright. Last I've heard, he's taking root up on the top floor of the Millennium Tower. Starting there's your best bet. Great. Thanks, Sadae-san. Judgment of deceased, okay. Hey, Lupa. That's true. Yeah, we are kind of like in spoiler areas. This is like the last section of the game where we finally get access to Kiryu. But yeah, hope you're having a good time, Lupa. Thanks for the lurk. Got an email. Oh, is this Revelations? Probably. Rematch from 4 years ago. Kiryu, come to the Yoshida batting center. Let's finish what we started 4 years ago. Hinike Hervé Curve 2005. 4 years ago, huh? That could just be about anybody. Guess I'll find out what it's about if I drop by Yoshida batting center. I thought it was Majima for a second there, because batting center is like where he likes to hang out, but I guess not. There's Stardust. Oh, hey, Yuya! Dude, it's been a minute. How have you been? Look, where you're coming from. Just calm down for 1 second, Shinya. You don't get a damn thing. You're too soft, man. You know the rules, Yuya-san. If a customer ducks out on their bill, it's the host's responsibility. Mitsuru knew that when he let his girl run up that huge tab. You're not wrong. Those are the rules. I've seen it happen time and time again in the biz. And sure, I'm being easy on Mitsuru, but he does deserve a little slack with how hard he works. Besides, the kid's a real high earner for us. We just gotta let this one mistake slide. He'll learn from it, and we'll all be better off in the long run. But for now, yeah, of course I'm gonna help him. And what? Stardust is just gonna eat the 5 mil he lost? He'll pay it, don't worry. Just not yet. Hitting him with all that at once would bankrupt the poor kid. Come on, are you gonna bail out everyone who fucks up from now on too? Stardust will go under in the blink of an eye. Kazuki-san would have just never let this bullshit slide. Hey, Yuya. Problem so big you had to take it outside, huh? Kira-san, I didn't know you were back in town. Just for a bit while I take care of some business. Well, I would have dropped by with a gift or two if you'd let me know first. Don't sweat it. We've known each other for too long to be worried about those kind of formalities. By the way, how are things going at the club? You and that kid didn't really look like you were seeing eye to eye. Sorry you had to see that, Kiryu-san. So, what's going on? Yeah, it's this host we have, Mitsuru. He's let one of his customers run out on a 5 million yen tab. Ouch. Yeah, that's a pretty common thing, though. It is. Mitsuru is one of the hardest workers we've got, too. And I can't even begin to tell you how much business he's brought in. He just got kind of unlucky this time. So I want to give him a hand somehow if I can. That's the Yuya I know. I just don't know, Kiryu-san. You think I'm too soft on them? Shinya seems to think so. Pretty sure Kazuki-san's called me soft at least once, too. Is wanting to help out my host really so bad? Yuya. But hey, you don't need to hear all this. I should be getting back inside. Anyway, gotta do my part to keep Stardust the top host club in Kamurocho. I appreciate you lending me an ear, though, Kiryu-san. Thanks. Maybe I should head inside and see what Kazuki has to say about this. Well, let's go say hi to our good friend Kazuki. Dragon among men. That's also fun. It's been a while, Kazuki.
Kiryu-san.
Oh, Kiryu-san. Sure has. How are things going? Well enough, I guess. Yes. Are you worried about what's going on with Yuya and Shinya? Huh? You heard about that? Yeah, I saw them going at it outside of the club earlier. Sorry you had to see that. Not exactly the image we want to project to the world. Even though he's the manager now, Yuya can still get a bit hot under the collar at times. I wouldn't worry about it. It's nice to see a man have passion for his work, and it seems to me he has it in spades. Agreed. That's why I chose to let him take over as manager. I knew I could count on him when things went south. Speaking of which, what do you think he should do about the whole tab situation? Like I said, Yuya's the manager now, so if I fully stand behind whatever decision he makes, of course. But what? Well, a lot of the times when a host lets a customer run up a big tab like that, he has some kind of ulterior motive. Oh? That's my opinion, at least. No matter how young, green, or easy to manipulate a customer may be, it doesn't make sense to advance someone that kind of credit. 5 million yen is no small amount. Still, it's not unheard of. True enough. Usually, though, it's a case of the host needing to boost his sale figures. The easiest way to accomplish this is to pressure a customer in ordering pricey drinks. But for some reason, I don't believe that was the case this time. Honestly, I have a feeling Mitsuru is set up. Set up? Who would do something like that? Good question. Even if that were the case, though, I can't simply take matters into my own hands. Yuya's the manager, which means he's the one who needs to handle these kind of problems. I guess what happens to Mitsuru all depends on Yuya's skill as a manager, then. You know, at times I think Yuya's too kind for this job. So people keep saying. So I hear. Maybe Kazuki's right. Sometimes Yuya really is too nice for his own good. Says the man who got stabbed and then forgave the dude. Sometimes you're too kind for your own good, Kiryu. Anyway. Oh, we have points I can spend. Alright. Okay, Kamaki fist reversal. An ancient technique from the samurai era. Kamaki later changed this to a non-deadly move. Okay. And then we have a bunch of heat actions. You have a drunken thrust. Drunkenly attack an opponent with a deft shoulder thrust while in heat mode. Yeah, some Kazan asset reuse, yeah. I hope they have that heat action for Kiryu from Kazan, where he, you know, unsheaths the sword and slashes the enemy. Kamaki here. It's been ages. Kiryu, if you're here in Kamurocho, come see me. I'll be waiting at my dojo into the Dragon Palace. Okay. Text from Master Kamaki. Wonder if he had one of his apprentices write this. Kamaki Dojo inside Dragon Palace on Park Boulevard. I should probably stop by when I have the time. Oh yeah, I can also maybe think about start gambling. Well, I don't know. Because I would like to make the dragon... Or sorry, the Yakuza training gear, but one thing at a time. Well, let's go over and do karaoke, and then let's go say hi to Kamaki a minute. We'll do a couple of things, maybe a couple of sub-stories before we go over and see Majima. But I would like to go and see him before today's stream is over. Well, let's get a few other things done first. Oh, I should, before I get too far, I should stop by and get our items from Bob. I like how Kiryu gets back into town and apparently multiple people know, like, that he's back already. Like, he took 5 steps in, went to New Serena, stepped out, and he got, like, a call, multiple texts being like, I know you're back. Come see me. Oh, man. Salmon Royale? Dang, that's actually pretty good. Hmm. So Bob should be like over here a minute. Hi, Bob. I'll take your last 2 pack of items, please. 9mm automatic pistol, anti-chainmail. SWAT body armor and the shotgun. Okay. I think this is better, yeah. All right, let me put this body armor, I guess, in the storage a minute. Could also use like a sword or something, but yeah, I do wish that I don't know, maybe we'll see in 4 like 5 and stuff, but it really feels like people, I don't know, it always feels weird to have like random mooks come up and be like, oh, I'm gonna bust your face in, when it's like, do you know who I am? I'm Kazuma fucking Kiryu. I'm Kazuma mother dragging Kiryu. Okay. Karaoke. Which Yakuza game has the most ridiculous running cycle? I think maybe, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Do you mean like the one, like the most ridiculous if you do this, where you constantly spam the RP walk button, so you just get, because all of them look kind of ridiculous if you do that. Hello, sir. The fee is 500 yen per person. We'll bring, I'm sure we'll have to bring Haruka here at some point. I know how karaoke works, yes. What do we got? Oh, gosh. No! 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 Okay. We'll do that last. Looks like some of these are already there, but yeah. Okay. A lot of these are from Yakuza 3. I think this is Haruka's from 3. I think Ultimate Toy might have been added for remaster, but that's the one that she usually has in like Kiwami 1 and 2, I think. Just start melting like the Wicked Witch. You just hold up a mahjong tile and I just like start melting like it's a cross and I'm a vampire or something. Yeah, I think this is her song from... You can tell because he sang Haruka, but I think this is a song from Yakuza 3 that she had. Where it seems like Automato was the one that she got like later. Not sure if she gets it here or if they added it back in for remaster since they already had the files of like Kiryu singing. It's a little weird to do this without Haruka. Also makes me worried that you're not actually able to take Haruka here. Because since you can do this song without her. So he's just like singing to Haruka who's not here. Old man Kiryu's getting a little too old. He's starting to pretend like Haruka's around even when she's not. Having separation anxiety for leaving without saying anything. Yeah, 9 out of 10, that's not bad. Maybe she'll have a new song to sing? I guess we'll see. I got Karaoke Dragon, apparently, was my evaluation. Okay. Kamurocho Lullaby, of course. Belt Out. This was also in Yakuza 3, if I remember correctly. Oh gosh, okay. I think you can change the lyrics to English. Oh, if you can, I don't know how. I know that's a thing in like future games, but I don't know if that's a thing here in the PS3 ones. Also, you get to do the usual Haruka hidden shenanigans where she has to sell your soul for 200 tiles at gambling and post game. Yeah, actually, I haven't done any of the like Haruka post game like gambling stuff. No thanks. Hold on. Let me see if I can change settings a minute. Because I don't think I can change settings while I'm in the karaoke thing. Does Kiryu Japanese VA speak English in any of the games? I think he might. I can't remember. There's a whole like sub-story chain in Yakuza 3 where he gets taught like some basic English words for like helping tourists, and I think it's a whole scam thing or whatever, if I remember correctly. But yeah. Other than that, I'm not really sure. Did it sing in English for some Zero songs? Okay. The Rouge of Love. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so he does have some English in like some of the karaoke. Not sure about outside of that. Where would that be? Not. Oh. Here we go. You are correct. That is an option to have the English lyrics here. Or an English translation of them. I sing for you. I think this is a new one. I don't think this one was in 3. I think this is new. Or at least I haven't heard it yet. New to me. Now I can actually tell what's going on in the song. Well, kind of. If I can read the lyrics at the same time while reading chat while trying to do a rhythm game, that's kind of funky. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's what I mean by like this minigame being kind of funky sometimes. The way it's laid out in some of the earlier games, the speed randomly changes on lines and randomly jumps between different lines. Takes a couple tries to get it down because of that, but yeah. You know how little the song appears just off me going, oh yeah, this is sure a song that existed. Apparently did not do well at that. I did miss quite a bit. Maybe we'll come back. Karaoke Bozo was my evaluation. Great. Maybe I'll have to try that again. Well, let's loop back around to it, maybe. We'll get there. We'll get there. We're gonna do them all. Don't worry. I like this one. Yeah, I like this song. Trying to read the lyrics while also doing the minigame. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Just focus on the minigame. Okay. Most of these just don't appear after this game, huh? I guess not. I think that's the best I've done so far on any of these. Okay. Bum, ba-dum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum. Oop, missed that one. Go. Oh, that's fun. Never noticed, but there are lyrics of something that appears on the TV there. They really didn't have as many animations for these back in the day, huh? Like, a lot of the newer ones have like a little animation or something to go along with it, like either some like random montage of like some characters or whatever or something. Like, I barely remember hearing any of these outside of this game. There's only animations when somebody important sings a song? I guess so. Like, if you do this exact same thing in Zero with anybody outside of the hostess or Nishiki, there's no fancy animations. It doesn't cut to them doing the fancy animation, just as them in the room still. Fair enough. Alright, let's do Machine Gun Kiss then. We got this, 2 more, and then I want to go back around to that one I didn't do well at. See if I can do better at it. Get at least a 900 on everything. Hey, there's your animation. There's your English. Dang, messed that up. The mic swing. Machine gun kisses carriers got a staple along with Bakumitai. Okay. Got a full clip of love for you. Oh man, I'll have to try that one again too, huh? See if we can get a 900 on that one. Gonna spend all this 40,000 yen on karaoke. We're gonna be broke after this. Alright, let's do Automatera My Life. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are so disappointed we have to do Machine Gun Kiss again. See how this goes. Isn't that bad? Oh, ready, go! Whoa, whoa, ready, go! Hey, hey! One, go! GT. No! Oh gosh, that was bad. Okay. Go. Hey, hey. Go, go, ready, go. That wasn't too bad. Comparatively to Automato. I got at least 800, so. Yeah, I know. Just like Haruka, like Kiryu just like doing both of the voices, just like pretending that Haruka's there. Just like, go Kiryu, go! Thanks, Haruka. What's the stupidest way that they could kill off Haruka? Like, cancer is true dramatic. It would have to be something like an accident, like some stupid accident. Like somehow she accidentally gets a pencil shoved up her nose and just dies or something. I know, she does the Tide Pod challenge. That's how Haruka died. She does the Tide Pod challenge. Okay, now we have to clip this so that way when Haruka dies, we can like call back to it. And decide whether or not it was more stupid than how she actually died. Hoo-hoo! I mean, you know, just... It's always funny to have somebody say something out of context and then it be true or not. That's why I like throwing random thoughts out there, especially when it comes to the future of characters, because sometimes I'm right, and sometimes what happens is even worse. Oh, I thought that was the end of the song. I mean, everybody will die eventually. Human Jukebox, sing all songs at karaoke. Okay. Apparently that's a rare achievement. So. Which is kind of sad to hear, but okay. Let's do what was it? What time is it? Okay. Let's do... What was the one that I did really bad at? Yeah, Summer Memories, and then we'll do Machine Gun again. And then we'll go and do some sub-stories. There's some dude who called us out at the batting cages. There's training with Kamaki. I don't know, maybe we hold off and do Majima on Thursday? We'll see. Guess there's no rush. Especially since we'll be able to go over there on Thursday. Some memories. Like, how did I preemptively get a note that was on the second line when I was on the first line game? How does that even work? Oh my gosh, this is like a mess of like bad hit registration from the mini game and like just randomly speeding up. It's so cursed. This song is like honestly one of the most cursed ones I've done from a minigame perspective. So cursed. I mean, it's better technically. It's not in the 600 category, it's in the 700 category. Oh yeah, for sure. The minigame has improved, but yeah, no, that sucks pretty bad. All right, let's do Machine Gun Kiss one more time. And then after that, they should ask us if we want to leave again, and we'll just say yeah. See if I can get a better score here. Oh! Sorry, accidentally hit start there. Fat thumb to that. Good start, good start. Machine gun kickers, fall in love. I think the translation of the song is different between games. That wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, it sounds like there's a more hype version of this song too, is what you're saying to me, which it sounds fun. Hopefully we get to that at some point. At some point. All right, 900. I'll take it. It does feel a little short here, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's a like longer version of the song or something.
Yeah,
okay. All right. That was refreshing. Let's go do some sub-stories a minute. And then and then keep heading our way north towards the next, How can this not be good enough? The texture of the noodles, the flavor of the soup, it's all exactly the same as Kyushu #1 star ramen. True, there's no question it's faithful to Kyushu #1 star. Oh, hey, it's the instant ramen dude. Kyushu #1 star ramen. I don't see any reason why I can't open my own Kyushu #1 star Kyushu #1 star shop. This ramen couldn't possibly disgrace the name. Yes, the ramen you have is very well made. Okay, then why won't you let me open a new location? Because no means no. Now get back to work. Ouch. I know what it is. You still want me to go out on my own. Hey, I'll have a bowl. No, I'm visiting Kiryu-san. Oh, Kiryu-san. Remember me? Ueda from Ace Cook. Nice to see you again. Oh, right. You were the one who made an instant version of the ramen here. It's been a while. You still come here? Of course. I'm a huge fan of this place. Right. I remember. Yeah, I love Yakuza because it always has that one fucking weirdo, nobody that you may get attached to that it may appear between games, yeah. By the way, who was that just now? Your apprentice? Ah, that's right. His name's Matsuyama. He's young, but he's got plenty of determination and skill. He's really mastered our ramen. I can't wait to see what he'll do in the future. But you don't want him to open his own shop? Well, I'm sure it's not that you don't want to expand. I'm guessing you have your own reasons? Would you like to talk about it? I'd like to help if I could. I hate to burden customers with our problems, but I suppose I can tell you. Matsuyama's plenty good, that's for sure. But do you really think there's any point in him just making the same ramen as I do? With the skill and intensity he's got, I'd like to see him make something only he's capable of. So, you think he ought to go into business on his own, rather than just opening a new branch of Kyushu #1 star? That's how you really feel? That's right. And you couldn't just say that to Matsuyama-san? Actually, knowing you, I guess that's not likely. Yeah, you had to do this whole song and dance with this dude, like, not that long ago. You nuts? What good is it gonna do for me to tell him? He's got to see it for himself. Seems like he's really serious, though. Anyway, enough of this talk. Sorry to bother you with our troubles. Enjoy your ramen. Thanks. Kiryu, I know it's none of my business, but do you think it would be okay to let Matsuyama-san know how the owner really feels about this whole thing? I could help him with that. Yeah, seems he'll never know otherwise. I'll see what I can do to help. You will? Thanks. Let's go find Matsuyama-san. Any idea where he might be? Well, no? No, well, it's not like he could have gone far. Let's split up and look for him. Sounds good. I'll call you if I find him. Sure, I'll do the same. Just ran off with his uniform still on, so he should be easy to spot. I should try asking if anybody saw him. I do wish Akimoto and Miyuzi... Oh, the couple? Yeah. I wonder if we get them here as well. We haven't seen that recurring sub-story yet. Although it could only be with Kiryu, I suppose. Oh, I wanted to eat some ramen. Oh well. It's getting that time of day again. I'm getting hungry again. Curse Yakuza and its delicious looking food pictures. Anyway. Let's talk to this dude. He might point us in the right direction for the sub-story. Wonder what was up with that ramen shop guy. Excuse me. Did you see a guy pass by wearing a white uniform? Yeah, I just saw him come running out of the shop. He went to the end of the street and turned right. Is something wrong? No, nothing big. Thanks a lot. Matsuya... Okay. East Antai Boulevard. Oh, there he is. They didn't get too far. Where's Matsuyama? I'll tell Ueda. Thanks for finding him, Kiri-san. Hi there, Matsuyama-san. Oh, Ueda-san. I'm sorry I lost it back there. No, it's okay. About the owner, though. Ah, forget about him. All he wants is to keep the name of the shop for himself. Actually, that's not quite true. What other reason is there? I made that ramen so carefully. He just brushed it off like it was nothing. It's not that. The owner has bigger hopes for you than just opening a new branch. That's why he's acting that way. What do you mean by that? That's really what he said? Yeah, you just want Haruka to have pushed them off while they were standing on the edge there? In the last game? Yeah. Yeah, he thinks you should focus on creating your own unique ramen. That's how much faith he has in you. You can't let him down, right? You're right. I'm really embarrassed. I talked back to him like that without even understanding what he meant. Well, he is something of an eccentric. He gave you a pretty hard time last year, after all. You can say that again. Kiryu-san, Ueda-san, I really want to thank you two for going to all this trouble for me. My own unique ramen. I'll give it a shot. Yeah, you'd go gambling for her infinitely. You'd spend all your money at the slots for her. I'll be looking forward to seeing what you can make. Impress us. I will. I'd better start preparations right away. Glad that all got cleared up. Yeah, now we just wait and see what he comes up with. A new ramen that could rival the likeness of Kyushu #1 star. It'll be quite the challenge. Well, I better be heading back to work. Thanks for helping me out. Don't worry about it. See you later. Oh, another locker key over here. Okay. I assume that next time we go over to the ramen place, that sub-story will continue. But for now, let's head up north and work our way west. There's a couple of sub-stories there, and there's also the batting cages and the Dragon Palace. Man, it's been a minute, Kiryu. How long has it been since I played as Kiryu? Well, how long ago did I start, how long ago did I finish Yakuza 4? Or sorry, Yakuza 3? Like 3 or 4 weeks ago? Like a month? Yeah, his cigarette heat action is so good. This is 20 years ago, yeah, basically. Fourscore and 7 years ago, our forefathers finished Yakuza 3. Shh. Alright, what's going on over here? Just calm down, okay? It's normal to feel crabby when you're hungry, because your brain speeds up the release of adrenaline as it tries to raise blood sugar. That's, very informative. In other words, there's a whole lot of adrenaline running through our systems right now, if you get what I'm saying. Something wrong? It's really nothing. Okay, it's actually something, but I'll take care of it. Somehow. If you're sure. No, wait. Sorry, but I really do need some help here. What kind of help? You see, I was just about to deliver these guys their lunches. I work delivery part-time. Thing is, I crashed my bike. You know, totally wrecked the thing. Their lunches got wrecked too. Now I don't know what I'm going to do. First of all, quit dragging random people into this. You sure know how to cause a scene, kid. But, wait. I'm sorry, buddy. Don't worry about this. No, don't go. Help me out here. Man, how do I keep getting dragged into these things? Are you really sure the lunches are ruined? I guess the rice is still pretty much edible, but the side dishes are a complete loss. And nobody wants to eat a lunch of just rice, right? Sure, it's simple and zen and all that, but you gotta have side dishes. Obviously. Then why don't you go pick up some side dishes around here? It's gonna be expensive, but it's your responsibility after all. Oh, man, that is, like, the perfect idea. Why didn't I think of that? You're a genius, man. Good one, buddy. All right. Well, good luck, kid. What? Thanks, man. Ow. Sorry. Looks like I hurt my leg in that crash. Ouch. My leg must be broken. It hurts like hell when I put my weight on it. If it was broken, you couldn't stand up. Anyways, I really feel bad asking and all, but should you go get the food for me? Fine, but I'm doing this for the workers, not you. Guess I've got to see this through. Fine, kid. I'll help you out. Really? Dude, you mean it? This kid is starting to get on my nerves. What kind of lunch was it supposed to be? It was a curry lunch. Like I said, the rice is still okay, but the sauce is a mess. Curry, huh? So I guess that's what I should go look for then. Sorry, buddy. We really hate to put you out like this. Yeah, sorry about this, but could you make it quick? Yeah. Just wait here. Curry place, huh? I'm pretty sure there's a restaurant or something around here that has it. Yeah. I think there's a curry place not that far away, right? It's not Matsuya, is it? Curry. Where's the curry place? Because that's Conrai. That's the steak place. Bontum's of Bar. Is it the Matsuya on Taihai Boulevard here? I'd fuck up some plain rice. Yeah, but like, I guess it doesn't make sense. Just go and get like some side dishes or whatever. Go like get a box lunch or whatever. Put it on the side. Curry and rice does sound good too, though. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, but even like some, just like cracking an egg and microwaving it. Oh shoot, I walked into the story. Oh well. I just wanted to get some curry, man. That's a pretty large hitbox for doing that the story thing, by the way. Oh, Majima! It's been a minute.
Majima no Nisa. Majima no Nisa.
Kiryu-chan!
おい、どこへ行く？勝手に動くな。
何があったんだ。
うまいこ
Oh, my bad.
しもた。これでしばらく身動きが取れへん。
誰にやられた。
大悟や。
なんだって。
堂島大悟や。
大悟が。
おい、勝手に話すな。そこの君を下がりなさい。オウム執行妨害で逮捕するぞ。
急ぎや桐生ちゃん。全部の事件はつながっとる。
Man, do we not get to fight
25年前のやつも100億の事件も
Majima as Kiryu in this game?
なんだと。
このままやと俺らの登場会が潰されてまう。それに今は安子ちゃんが危ない。お前しかおらん。あとは頼んだで。
Yeah, I just wanted to get some curry. Why would he have all this happen right now? Well. Oh, that's the end of the chapter. I guess those dudes are never getting their curry. Alright, well, let's go ahead and save. Now would be a good time to end the stream. Let's go a little bit farther. I kind of want to make sure I get those guys those curry before I forget. Oh, meanwhile.
真島を逮捕したか。分かった。あ、冴島靖子の捜索はもう手配済みだ。あとは例のファイルが今どこにあるか、それを探し出せ。あ、頼んだぞ。
Oh no. Just like, well, Majima just got arrested. Anyway, where was that curry
あなたの
place?
ご協力で真島を逮捕することができましたよ。これで真島組の邪魔が入らない。感謝します。さあ、あとはあなたがどう決断するか。それだけです。
Hmm.
数日前の上野清和会との抗争、それに5年前の100億事件、すべてがあなた方によって仕組まれていたことだったとは、未だに信じられません。
だがそれが真実です。もう迷ってる時間はありませんよ、六代目。私はね、道島さん。極道組織というのは社会の必要悪だと思っているんですよ。
Ryan the cock chair.
日本という国の復興を陰で支えてきたのは警察と極道です。それは間違いありません。
Maybe that's what that new game will be about.
警察は目に見える犯罪から
Rebuilding Japan after World War II. That one that they're making that's going to be in like the 1940s-ish.
そして極道は目に見えない外敵を水際で叩き、この国を独立国家として成り立たせた。だからね、私は警察だけが正義だなどというつもりはありません。警察と極道は今の今まで常に表裏一体、共に同じ道を歩んできたのですから。だが時代は変わった。本来裏の顔であるはずのあなたたちは、組織が巨大化するにつれ本来の立場を忘れ、表の世界に出るようになった。金を稼ごうとする者も増えてきた。巨大な組織には金が必要だ。しかしそれでは何かとお互いに都合も悪い。だから私はそれを本来の形に修正したいだけなんです。あなたさえ良ければ上野清和会は責任を持って潰します。公の力を使ってきれいにね。裏を取り仕切る組織はあまり多くない方がいい。
その条件が荒いというわけですか。
ええ。この荒井を新たに若頭に昇進させて我々との窓口にしてほしい。組織の運営は新井が取り仕切ります。あなたは六代目として登場会を守ることができる。
It's true, Mine would never have let this happen.
あなた方登場会としては本来敵であるはずの我々と手を組める。悪い話じゃないはずですが。
上野清和会はどうするつもりなんですか。
あの桂木という男がバカでないなら、おそらく彼らは彼らで動き出しているはずだ。私以外の警察上層部との。
Well, yeah, of course Corgi agrees. Corgi is like all for the boning. To be fair, like there's probably more implied gay relationships in this series so far than straight ones that have lasted more than a game. I don't blame them. I don't think that most of the characters in this game series are gay, but boy, they sure make it pretty easy to misunderstand sometimes. They just invite misunderstandings all the time. Oh, hello. Oh.
年は取ったが、その目は変わらないな。
なんでお前がここにおるんや。
話すのも面倒なくらいいろいろあってね。ま、あんたもいろいろ真面目。
I mean, I don't think they're supposed to be, but they sure invite a lot of misunderstandings. And I've just seen more and more sign goes on.
まあ心配するな。すぐにあんたを殺そうってわけじゃない。あんたにはまだ生きていてもらうよ。
どうせ殺すんやったら早よやれ。この世にまどろっこしいことして時間使うぐらいやったらいっそ死んだ方がマシや。
Probably the Mine thing is probably the closest that they've gotten to outright saying it. Although maybe they do outright saying it in the original Japanese. I don't know, there is a little bit of context lost with that whole thing with the translation and everything.
18人も殺した時から覚悟はできとる。
18人殺したね。
Although sometimes guys are just good friends.
人がおかしいんじゃ。
Sometimes guys are just really good friends. And I'm not saying that in like a, oh, they're just really good friends way. I'm just saying that like, no, guys should be allowed to have guy relationships. Not everything has to be a gay relationship. But yeah. Means it can't, doesn't mean you can't tell those stories, but it also doesn't mean that you can't have guys that are just friends. Just like you can also have like guys and girls who are just friends for stories.
どういうことや。どういうことなんや、桂木。説明せえ。
まあそのことは後でゆっくり教えてやるよ。時間はたっぷりあるからな。
何する気や。
俺としたことがちょっと計画が狂ってしまってね。
I mean, a lot of like guys joke about like, will make jokes that are a little, you know, a little like in that direction if they're close, you know. Not gonna deny that.
どういうことや。
まあ事情はゆっくり話すとして、あんたとあんたの妹さんにはまた協力してもらうよ。
But the respect that guys have between each other, especially those that have fought together, is pretty strong too. And those are pretty strong relationships as well.
まだそんな元気があるのか。安心しろ。あんたたちは今の俺たちの生命線だ。
By the way, I've not been paying attention to half this cutscene, and I feel like I have not missed much. Just more lore dumping, to be honest. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like you could only pay attention to like half the Yakuza story and still understand what you need to do. Because most of the time it's just punch that person in the face, whoever's in front of you. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, I kind of was wondering about that. I was wondering if, yeah, I was kind of thinking Keto might be a betrayal dude. Like, it seemed like it was building up to him doing something, right? I'm not that surprised, to be honest. He's been lingering around way too much to be, like, just kind of a schmuck, you know? Oh, gosh, not this music again. All right, time for running through the rain, I suppose. Those guys' curry will have to wait a little bit longer. Oh wait, actually, can I stop by like the curry place and get some? Yeah, yeah. Original curry take-home pack. Matsuya curry take-home pack. All you need to do is boil it. Will this work? It's just kind of goofy. I don't vibe with it too much. I think it's just mostly the xylophone. Like, it's a fine song, I just don't vibe with it too much. I'm not sure if we can do sub-storage right now, actually. If I, like, run up there, I have a feeling they're not gonna be there. What's wrong with this? I don't know. It's like the, like, weird xylophone, like, and, like, that bird call things. I know, but, like, it just feels, like, all over the place. It feels, like, all random. Rain effects are nice. My best friend has a bestest of friend, and they're basically brothers, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the nice thing about friends and stuff. You get to pick them. So even if your family's not great, you can always hopefully surround yourself with good people. Which, you know, it's a small mercy for a lot of people. That's the point, ain't it? I guess. It's just, it goes on for so long. I'm just not a huge fan. It doesn't sound evil though. It sounds goofy. Okay, so that's bounding throw. Coward. Oh, don't give me that. I've listened to Toby Fox's The Baby's Inside of You. I'm not saying it's a bad song. I'm just saying I don't vibe with it. You know how much music I listen to that's not stuff I vibe to or whatever, or for the like the different playlists and stuff. It's like I've listened to quite a bit of music. All right. Oh no, Goofy Ah is like a meme. You don't know Goofy Ah? Hold on. Yeah, it's a Goofy Ah song, yeah. It's literally like, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you know, like, you know, I don't swear that often unless it's like inside of like reading dialogue. And in fact, I swear more now than I used to like 2 or 3 years ago. I used to not swear like at all, to the point where like when I first started doing voice acting for streams, specifically for the for the Phoenix Wright games, like I had a friend who was like shocked to hear me swear for like the first time. Speaking of swearing though, it sounds like YouTube has gotten rid of the restriction about swearing in the first like few minutes of a video. Before, if you swore in like the first few minutes, they like downranked you a lot more than if you just swore like a few minutes later into the video, which was very odd. So you'd have like people bleeping out stuff in like the first few minutes and then just like it's fine for the rest of the video, which didn't make a lot of sense, to be honest. I guess a lot of people probably don't watch past the first few minutes anyway. But yeah. Well, even if Majima does like Kiryu, that doesn't mean that what, you never had a friend get on a stripper pole and dress like the opposite sex for you? But no, I don't know. I'm just not sure where Majima being Majima ends and where him being serious starts with him, and that's kind of the point. I wish my life was that interesting. What the? Date-san! Date-san! You let somebody get kidnapped again? This keeps happening. I can't leave these ladies alone with you anymore, I think. Not because you do anything to them, but because they keep getting kidnapped. What is this, the third time now? Date-san? Date-san! Date-san, you idiot! Did you let somebody get kidnapped again? Good, looks like he's coming too. Date-san! Huh? Uh-oh, Kiryu! What happened? Are you okay? I think so. Guess I just blacked out or something. You sure you're okay? My head's still fuzzy as all heck, but yeah. I'll be fine. Do you remember what happened? Well, you and I had that chat outside, and then I came back in to keep Yasuko-san company while you were gone. Next thing I knew, I was waking up on the floor to you screaming. You don't remember anything else? Wait, now that you mention it, Yasuko-san poured us a couple of drinks when I stepped back in. Drinks? You think there's a chance she drugged you? Can't rule out the possibility. They're still on the counter if you want to have a sip for yourself. I think I'll pass. Anyway, do you have any idea where Yasuko-san might have gone? Not a clue. Sorry. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll open it up a minute. What do we got? What's this comic even from? This looks like, what's his face? Tails, wake up. You fucked up big time. Knuckles. It looks like, Chris Chan comics, kind of. But it's hard to tell. Because some people, like, will emulate his style. Tails gets trolled. I feel like I've heard of that before. Hold on. Hold on, I don't want to look up this live. We're getting into some dangerous territory. We're getting into Sonic fandom territory. Can't look this stuff up live. Yeah, oh yeah, I've seen some of this stuff before. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay. I've seen some of this stuff. Kind of reminds me of Sweet Bro Hella Jeff. A little bit. Might be mocking that Chris Chan kind of style. I'm so mad. I'm gonna have sex with my girlfriend so I won't be mad. Honestly, I'm surprised. Like, no punctuation, but like, not as mad as spelling as I would have thought. Okay. Damn it. Damn it. Look, I'm sorry. I was ready to throw down if some thugs barged in and tried to take her away. I didn't think Ghost Down herself would be the one fighting me. I heard one of the artists of these Sonic comics worked on Sonic Mania. I believe it. It's not your fault, Date-san. I guess I should probably get looking for her, though. Guess I'll be back. I'll be back. Wait, Kiryu. I'm coming, too. No, I need you to stay here in case she comes back. This is probably the safest place in town at this point. Right. Well, good luck out there. Thanks. I'll be back soon. First, I gotta get some dudes some curry. They're still waiting for their lunch. I don't know if they'll want to eat it in the rain, but... Gonna smoke my smart weed. I'm smarter when I'm high. Will you ever get us another Sonic RPG? Probably not. But you never know. We got a Sonic visual novel not that long ago as a joke, so who knows. I wouldn't be surprised if people make a fan-made Sonic RPG. Technically, there's a weird mod for like that was it for like a Sonic fan thing where you can play a version of Persona 3 as Sonic characters that I've shown on stream before. So there's that. I think we'll probably get a fan Sonic RPG at some point if one doesn't already exist. Like probably some exist in like RPG Maker, but oh, I don't know. I've never played the game. Would be a funny thing to play in stream at some point, but I've never played it. But yeah. Alright, I've got to go get those guys their curry fast. Actually, I don't think we can. No, it looks like we're still in story mode because we still have the music and everything. Okay. Dang it. The eternal quest to get these dudes their curry. Wait, is that... Okay, so 18 pounds of cocaine, 12 pounds of crake, and 7 male stripers, but make sure none of them are white. I can't see coke on them if they are. Princess Celestia that one time. There she is again. Yeah, make sure they're not white. Not because I'm racist, but because then I can't see the cocaine on them. Where is she going? Damn it. Looks like I lost her. There. Good thing she wears like that. Who was that with her? Was there somebody with her? I thought it was just random NPCs, to be honest. I haven't been paying attention to who's next to her. I'll try and look again when I see her again. Looks like she's headed towards Children's Park. Oh, is that, oh, it's the other dudes. Hi, Akiyama, and, dude whose name I'm currently blanking on. Even if it did, I doubt a sequel will BioWare to make another one, especially after Dragon Age Veilguard. Yeah, Tanemura. Oh, don't worry, it's just a dragon tail. Oh, do we get to fight some of the other characters now? As Kiryu? Oh, you're gonna give the killer lady a gun. This seems like a great idea. Well, it's not like you're using it, I guess, so.
行くってどこに？
この奥さ。
奥。
ああ。実はこの下水道、サイの河原って言われる場所に繋がってる。
サイの河原？
あんたもカムロ町に住んでたんなら聞いたことくらいはあるだろう。あのホームレスのたまり場だった西公園の地下のことだよ。
どうしてそこへ？
数日前、そのサイの河原で。 あんたの兄貴らしき人を見かけたって情報があってな。昔のホームレス仲間から。
Yeah, who knows how long or BioWare will be BioWare. It's not what it was for sure anymore. It's kind of like the Theseus ship thing, right? If it's still got the same name but everybody else moved on or been replaced, is it still the same company? Yeah. Also, Kiryu being really slow. The scene is kind of long. Kiryu is apparently having old man problems and getting down that ladder.
Akiyama-sanも谷村さんも気をつけて。
ああ。それじゃ。
Like if Kiryu had shown up while she was there, it could have just worked itself out, but no. Well, the manhole was open. They left it open. No? Neither?
リリちゃんならとっくに行っちゃったよ。何？おっと、ダメだよ。 これ以上先には行かせないよ。
安子さんには指一本触れさせない。
さっきから何を言ってるんだ。俺はあの女を守る必要があるんだ。お前らに用はない。
守る？なんだそりゃ。誘拐するじゃないの？
それはお前らの方だろ。すべこべ言わずに道を開けろ。って
言ってますけど。どうするよ、谷村さん。
口では何とでも言えるさ。あるいは今は誰も信用できない。もし安子さんを追うっていうなら
話し合う余地はなさそうだな。
ああ。
Okay, let's see how this goes.
説明は後回しだ。お前らは悪い奴には見えないが、少し痛い思いをしてもらうぜ。
言うね。
さあ、こっちはいつでもいいぞ。
覚悟はいいな。行くぞ。
Oh, dynamic intro. Nice. Kind of wish I had done more stuff before this. I was just trying to do sub stories, man. I just wanted to get some dudes some curry. Somehow I got involved in all this. Man, can't you let a guy at least have a smoke? Come on, have a cigarette. Come on, imagine if I had been doing this fight and I had Tiger Drop already. That'd be so much more fun. Did he just, like, block my attack by, taunting? Like, what? Apparently you can parry this. It's cool that you get fights between the characters, though. I appreciate that. First with Saejima against Kiryu, and then Kiryu against these two dudes. Yeah. Depends on if you're playing as him or not, I guess. Shoot. Oh, hello, I just got the Akiyama special. Oh, QT time. They're climbing all over him like children. I mean, he did do it a second ago. I did see him do it at least once, but he didn't hit me with it. Yeah. For some reason, when he taunts like that and he's in heat mode, seems like I can't touch him for a second there. Feels like it anyway. What was I missing? Okay. Oh, manhandled. Manhandled. I think I was supposed to do this later, though. Oh my gosh. That was an interesting end to that fight. Yeah, I think I just broke Tanamura's nose. He is like half a point less handsome now with that crooked nose. Does that mean we have a canonical power ranking now? Because Kiryu beat both of them, but Saejima was able to stand up to Kiryu for at least a little bit longer. Need to find Yasuko-san fast. Someone around here must have seen her. Right. Hey guys, I gotta go get somebody some curry. I'll be right back. Dang it! Okay. Well, at least I got the garbage. I love trash. Okay. Garbage. Oh, Kiryu-san! Never thought I'd run into you down here. Didn't realize you were even back in town. Do I know you? Much as you know as any old homeless guy, I guess. I know you, though. Owe you a lot, in fact. You helped me out down in Purgatory before the Hills project kicked off. And there was that whole snafu with the Dragon Palace. Oh, well, alright then. By the way, you're gonna need one of those puppies if you want to keep going. You got a manhole opener. Dude, doohickey here will open any old manhole you come across. Though some guy came through earlier, pried the freaking thing open with his bare hands. I hardly believe my eyes. Ah, Majima does beat Saejima though in a pirate. Canonically, like you have to do that to progress. So, all right. Looks like the plot's not gonna let me get away just yet. Hey, how's it going, florist?
花屋。
来んのが遅いんだよ。桐生。
一体これどうなってんの？
Hey, listen, it was like this before I even got here.
安子さんは
連れて行かれちまったよ。
誰にだ？
桂木。それに木戸ってやつに。
くそ、どうなってんだよ。
Nah, maybe Majima's getting more crafty in his old age. He was able at least to fight him to a standstill enough. I don't know. I feel like I won that fight when I played Pirate. I feel like I won. Man, we're in chapter 4 already. These things go by quick, man.
じっとしてろ。
All right, next time we get to a save point, I think I'm just gonna call it for today. We're already in chapter 4. I want to get those guys their curry, but I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon.
まさかこんなとこに
Maybe they'll just have to wait until the late game.
ある意味ここ数日で一番の驚きです。
And that's saying something.
元刑事が分野でクラブの手伝いしてちゃ悪いのか。
いや、ただこの数日間毎日が信じられないような出来事の連続で。
お、帰ってきた。どうだったんだ、お前さんの。
Kakiyama still got that busted up lip.
ダメ。まんまとやられちゃってましたよ。
Well, we have 3 out of the 4 at least.
せっかくコツコツ貯めた金だったのにな。これじゃあまた一からやり直し。
What, did you keep all your money in the safe or something?
やっぱり金盗まれてたのか。
ええ、綺麗さっぱり。
いくらぐらいだ。
1000億。
You just keep that in the mattress or something?
本当なのか。
ああ、俺も最初は信じられなかったが、どうやら本当らしい。
どういうことなんですか、秋山さん。
うん。いやね、実は俺の
Oh, okay.
でっかい隠し金庫持っていてね。そこに入れておいた店の金が全部持っていかれちゃってたのよ。
誰に？
検察？っていうか、多分木戸ちゃんに。
え？木戸って新井の兄弟分の
Yeah. Just keep it in the mattress. It's fine. Don't like put it in different places or diversify it. Just keep it in the office.
Jeez.
9 days earlier. I see. So he came in while they were out. I think we actually saw him come in while they were out before. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like we saw him at least come in at one point. Yeah. This whole scene is technically just Akiyama piecing together how he figured it out, or him guessing as how he figured it out. Is this seriously a bookshelf thing? We've got a secret bookshelf thing.
六法全書か。やっぱ秋山さん頭いいんだな。
Just right there.
なんだこりゃ。
Oh, I guess not many people would think to pick up a legal book casually.
おいおいちょっと。やべ。どうなってんのこれ。
I like how this mechanism apparently doesn't, like, they haven't figured out a solution to the fact that it just dumps a bunch of books on the floor. I mean, that's not suspiciously large. If it's a book full of legal mumbo jumbo, the books can definitely be that big. Yeah, also unlocked. Good, another good point. Just like not even like a 4-digit passcode like you would have on your phone. Just sitting there, 100 billion yen. I just realized the back of the shirt says Japan, by the way. And it's taken me this long to figure that out. Because cursive. Yeah. But apparently he didn't know that they messed with it, because this all happened and he didn't realize that he had found the safe. Or the vault. Yeah, no, he doesn't have cameras in here or nothing. 100 billion yen. It sounds like it's actually secure when it's in a vault, but the vault's not locked. There's no cameras. You really think that's how it went down? Can't think of any other way. Me and Honda-chan are the only two people who knew about the vault. Kido-chan's the only other possibility. What makes you say that? Well, it would certainly wrap things all up nice and neat. Everything would make sense. What do you mean? Not so long after Hana-chan saw him at the office, Kido-chan got hauled off by Hatsushiba's clan boys who'd been working with the Shibata. Just walked in and spirited him away. Simple, clean. What's so strange about that? Everything. You'd understand if you've seen what Kido-chan can do in a fight. Go on. Well, it's been only once since I witnessed it myself, but the guy can mop the floor with anyone without even breaking a sweat. He's pretty coy about it, though. Prefers to keep all that under wraps. How come? It's better for the family that way. Most likely. Kanamura Enterprises, where Kido-chan and Arai-san work. It's a tiny speck under the big Shibata umbrella. Now, your usual Yakuza outfit makes their living off those dramatic displays of strength. But not Kanamura. Why not? Didn't want to stand out, especially the rat race always tearing this town apart. Guess that's just how he was. Makes sense. Safer to lay low and just get on with your life than start bashing heads in. Yep, Kanamura couldn't even afford his dues to the Shibata. Came to me begging for a loan and everything. Expanding his turf and inviting competition was probably the last thing on his mind. I'm sure he's more than happy to keep his head down and let Kamurocho be Kamurocho. For sure. That's why Arai-san and Kido-chan were so careful not to make any waves. But yeah, Kido-chan's a monster. You think he let himself get kidnapped on purpose then? You bet I do. By the time I got back to the office that day, he was already gone. The place is more of a mess than usual thanks to the struggle. It was convincing, honestly, but one thing stood out to me. Which was what? The order my books were in. Ah, there you go. Your books? Yep. Kido-chan tossed a bunch of them around. Probably to make it look like a fight went down. Cover his tracks, you know? But the ones that were still on the shelf weren't in the right spots for some reason. That's how I knew something was up. Hold on. Your office isn't exactly what I called organized. Not by a long shot. Are you seriously telling me you know where every single book is supposed to be on your shelf? That key is bothering me. It's up on the light fixture behind Tanamura. Every single one. Oh. Long story short, it's a mess, but it's an organized mess, alright? Long story short, my old pal Kido-chan pulled a fast one on me. What I really want to know is, who keeps 100 billion in cash just laying around in this day and age? Why not stash it in a bank? Don't trust them. Besides, it's not like any of them pay decent interest anyway. Dude, like, how much... You didn't keep them in a good spot. You could have at least kept like 10 billion yen in like a bank somewhere. So that, or even like $100. Now you're broke. So much for financing the skies. How much physical money isn't exactly portable though? How'd they get it all out? Kiryu, you literally saw a giant truck in front of Serena like 5 minutes ago and we were like, huh, is somebody moving? Ask the DA guys that were in my office yesterday. They're the ones who did it. You think they were imposters? Big time. Katsuragi must have sent them over once Kido-chan tipped him off. That would explain it. Life's a cruel mistress sometimes. Sure, you get used to the cheating and the backstabbing and the lying in my line of work. But when it all smacks you in the face one after another? Oof. You seem like you're taking it pretty well, though. Man, most guys would go into total shock if they lost 100 grand, let alone 100 billion. I am in shock. This is me in shock. It's not that big of a deal, I know, but still. Not that big of a deal. I'll just make it all back again. But... and hey, the week has had its highlights. Oh yeah? I met you for one, Kiryu-san. Is that really so special? You're my freaking hero, man. You saved my life. Did I? I think I'd remember that. Just listen. You know when the Millennium Tower blew up 5 years ago? When all that cash rained down on the city? That day changed my life. I grabbed as much as I could, cleaned myself up, went from a homeless bum to this in practically no time flat. Not for you, I'd still be out on the streets, digging through the trash just to keep myself alive. That's the money you built your business on, huh? Yep. Though now that I think about it, that 10 billion was probably the same cash my bank tuned me into laundering for them before they had me take the fall. It all comes back. It's all full circle, baby. And that circle, it's not a circle, it's a spiral. At least not on hand. Yeah, I guess you could share some in the Discord if you wanted to. Although if they're NSFW, you'll have to share them in the NSFW channel. The 10 billion Jingo diverted to the Tojo clan. So yeah, this all feels kind of personal somehow. If this stuff going down is now linked to that 10 billion, consider me there. I don't know about you guys, but this is starting to feel like fate to me. Almost like we were all destined to end up here. Fate? You might just be right. Or at least some good story writing.
冴島と安子を取り戻すつもりなのか。ああ、それしかないだろうな。
だがどうすればいいんだ。
Even though only one of them is, well, one of them, none of them are active Yakuza. Two of them are ex-Yakuza. One of them is
いや
father was Yakuza. The other one kind of has done business with the Yakuza, and that's about it. Line go up, baby. Oh, yep. 10 billion yen. Boy, look at all those funny little squeals, huh?
おい桐生、これ一体何なんだ。
動かぬ証拠というやつだ。おそらく宗像も桂木もこのファイルの行方を追いかけている。これを使えば奴らと取引できるはずだ。
How'd you end up with this thing, Kiryu? Hamazaki gave it to me down in Okinawa. It's a document showing the creation of penitentiary number 2 and the expected flow of money into the place. Huh, well, you look at that. It's got names, amounts, everything. Yeah, it says right here that the 10 billion yen that got transferred from the Tojo to the Kyohei Jingu back in 2005 was meant to get passed on to the Metropolitan Police. That's the incident you were wrapped up in, right, Kiryu-san? Right. That missing cash nearly tore the clan apart, and the guy behind it all was a man named Kohai Jingu, Haruka's father. But there's more. There are notes on here detailing a police plan to release inmates from penitentiary number 2 and create an artificial crime, all to make the police look good. That's one hell of a scoop. No wonder they're so desperate to get it back. This goes public and all their dirty laundry will be out in the open. So what's your next move? We try and cut a deal with Katsuragi. I just need to figure out how to get in touch with him. I can help you with that. And I've talked on the phone before. If you call him from my cell, I'm sure he'll answer. Huh. Mind if I borrow your phone then? Go right ahead.
Katsuragiか。
谷村じゃないのか。
俺は桐生ってものだ。今訳あって谷村の電話を借りてお前に電話している。
桐生、まさかあの4代目の桐生一馬さんですか。
The same one.
これは驚きです。それで私に何か用でも。
冴島大河と安子のことだ。
さあ、何の話だか。
とぼけるな。お前が冴の河原から連れ去ったということは分かってるんだ。
それがどうした。
お前と取引がしたい。お前が今一番欲しがっているはずのものが今俺の手元にある。冴島が浜崎と脱獄した際手に入れた例のファイルだ。お前が手に入れたいものというのはこれなんじゃないのか。違うというのなら構わない。この話は忘れてくれ。それじゃ。
待て。どうしてお前がそのファイルを持ってる。
受け取った。沖縄で浜崎から直接な。
そのことを知っているのは
俺と浜崎。あとは今俺の周りにいる人間だけだ。
宗像は知らないんだろうな。
宗像。
副総監の宗像だ。
ああ、知らないはずだ。
わかった。いいだろう。取引の内容は
冴島大河と安子の身柄、あと木戸が奪ったスカイファイナンスの金1000億だ。
伝説の極道ってのも交渉事は不得意のようだな。そんな取引じゃ俺は動かない。交渉ってのは心理戦だ。わざと相手に有利な条件を提示することで相手の興味を引き出す。そういうもんだろう。
ならどうすればいいんだ。
そうだな。わかった、こうしよう。今日の取引お前一人で来い。
一人。
そうだ、一人だ。しかもお前にはボロボロの状態で取引に来てもらう。
どういうことだ。
ちょっとした余興をやってもらうってことだよ。あんたの好きな殴り合いってやつをね。
何。
取引の場所はカムロ町ヒルズの屋上にしよう。俺は冴島と妹、さらに1000億を用意してその屋上で待つ。あんたには屋上
Well,
に
we
たどり
really
着く
only
まで
have one card.
上の清和会の人間を全て倒してから来てもらう。
なんだと。
あんたが屋上にたどり着けるか、それとも先に死んでしまうか。
That's it? You just need me to fight through an entire clan? I've done that a few times. I can do that again. Yeah.
屋上までたどり着いたら。
その時はちゃんと取引させてもらうよ。ただ、たとえそうなってもあんたにはもう俺を殺す余力は残ってないはずだ。
You underestimate Kiryu. You underestimate Kiryu way too much.
分かってくれよ、桐生さん。俺もさ、長生きしたいんだよ。あんたや冴島みたいな化け物2人も相手してちゃ、命がいくらあっても足りない。世の中には錦山や郷田隆二みたいな、今まであんたが相手にしてきた男気あふれる極道じゃない人間もいるんだよ。さあ、どうする？
わかった。行こう。何時に行けばいい？
Beef eater.
22時だ。
Sorry, there's just a bottle of alcohol behind him that says
俺も
beef
死
eater.
体じゃない、生きたあんたに会える
Beef
ことを
eater.
楽しみに待ってるよ。それじゃ。
What's the deal, Kiryu? Sounded like you came to some kind of agreement? Yeah, I'm meeting with him with the file on the roof of Kamurocho Hills. Tonight at 10. Alone. Alone? But that's insane! You're not actually going through with that baloney, are you? That's a real bottle. I've seen that at work. Yeah, I imagine. I imagine it's a real thing. It just kind of caught me off guard. I just saw beef eater and it's like, oh, hi beef eater. Sounds like I'll be fighting through the entire Ueno Saiwa clan to get up there too. Guy doesn't take any chances once he gets down to business, huh? You sure you still want to go? I'm sure. There's no other way. You say that, but let him go if he wants to go. Besides, I don't think anything we say is going to change his mind. Isn't that right, Kiryu-san? Right. A deal's a deal. Well, I should probably get going. Be careful out there, Kiryu. I will. Yeah, I know they have a lot of IRL alcohols in the game, because you can drink all of them at like the different, you know, bars and stuff. All right, now I can finally get this key. Oh my gosh, Kiryu, just grab the key. Kiryu, how much closer do I have to be? I'm gonna run your nose into that wall and okay. Can I talk to any of these dudes? No? Great. Okay. Well. Nope. Kiryu, you on your way to Kamurocho Hills? Why am I not surprised you know that? It's all part of the job. Anyway, I know you already know this, but you can get to Kamurocho Hills via the bathroom in West Park. Doubt you'll forget that anytime soon. Yeah, thanks, Flores. Well, let's go give those guys their curry. I guess Tuesday we'll go ahead and finish out Kiryu's stuff, or sorry, Thursday. But let me go do that, and then we'll go from there. Get back some of Kiryu's heat actions. I like how the Flores all bruised up in his pick, yeah. It's kind of funny to see. Yeah, of course he'd still be bruised up. Or how that dude we were negotiating with, like, you could see like he had different poses while he's talking. Never gets old. That joke never gets old. That's just good attention to detail. Making sure to use the right model. Yeah, he didn't really talk much to Tanamura, did he? I guess most of it was of him and Akiyama's interaction was because of Akiyama saying like, dude, thank you so much. I got my entire backstory from you, from what you did. Sounds like a lot of facial hair. I have to imagine kissing people who have facial hair is can be kind of uncomfortable, kind of prickly. Woo! Trying to get used to the different bounding throws I can do. Woo! Get the Bane Breaker, I guess. Are beards just makeup for men? They're one of the few things that men have to like help shape their face. Yeah. Because you can help like contour the face kind of like by using facial hair. And like it's one of the few things that men have for like, you know, being able to express different like styles and stuff. Oh dude, you're back. But what happened to the curry? Oh, wow. You already have some. But, oh man, that's not gonna be enough. Look at all these people. A whole bunch? Okay, I guess I gotta go buy like 3 more. Man, you know how much I had to get through just to get you guys your curry? Gosh darn it. Oh, well, whatever. Let me go buy some more, I guess. Can I order to go? And if you have them, some of the packs of just the sauce would be great. How about original curry take-home packs? The easy to prepare and can be enjoyed in the comfort of your home. Sounds good. Can you give me a big box of them? Certainly. Just a moment, please. Here you go, sir. You got large curry take-home packs. Thanks. Thank you for visiting Matsuya. Man, they didn't even charge me. What a great place. Got free food. Man, curry sounds good. I gotta go eat something and then I gotta go. Well, I should probably exercise then eat. Rather than the other way around. Oh, I have to go heat up the curry at New Serena. Okay. Hey guys, I'm back. No, I didn't turn over the file yet. I still got some time, so I thought I'd make some curry for some dudes. Long story. Woo! All right. Date, do you mind if I borrow your stove? Help yourself. I never had you pegged for the cooking type, Kiryu. Don't make pegging joke, don't make a pegging joke, don't make a pegging joke, don't make a pegging joke. I don't have much choice. I have to eat up this curry. Well, have at it. Thanks. It'll only take a second. You eat up the large curry take-home packs. Man, heating up that much curry took longer than I expected. Thanks, Tate. Sure, no problem. Take care of yourself. Better hurry back to the construction site. Oh, that's right. There's also the batting cage and stuff. Yeah, I guess we'll do a bunch of Kiryu's side stuff on Thursday. Because we've got the batting cages, we've got Kamaki training. I think we can technically get down to IF7 if we want to. See about maybe doing a little bit of that. I guess we don't need to linger too long on Kiryu, because like once we finish Kiryu's section, we get access to everybody all at once, so... I don't know. We'll see. At the very least, maybe we'll do some more sub-stories before we go into the final fight of Kiryu section. Get a couple of weapons or something. I guess I could work on getting a sword on Wednesday. Off stream. Oh, I think I passed where I need to go. Went too far. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'll fight a rich dude. If I was a rich man, I guess I would be wearing George Washington wigs. Man, it's so great that Akiyama has like 3 different taunts. I guess Kiryu does have his ability to like smoke a cigarette, but I can't believe that people thought that that was like cool. Like wearing the giant wigs was cool somehow. Oh dude, you're back. But what happened to the curry? You handed over a large curry take-home packs. Oh, sweet! You brought even enough sauce for everybody. Nice and hot, too. Man, you're one heck of a guy, you know that? You really took care of business. Yes! Curry! Finally, it's here. You're telling me. Curry! Curry! We love curry! Haha! Huh. Boss, isn't it a little too early to celebrate? Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Sure, we finally got our curry, but the real question is, does it taste any good? It's not over. Ugh, hungry. Crap. The curry we ordered was supposed to be from a famous curry shop. But how does this curry stack up? Maybe we should taste it before we get too excited. True enough. I don't know what I'd do without that sharp mind of yours. I don't know if he's rich right now, technically, Corgi. The assistant Sporman is right. It all comes down to the taste. Don't think you're out of the woods yet, boy. Okay. How was it? It's fantastic. Tastes great. Yeah, it's delicious. Yes! Dude, they like it. Huh, that's a relief. Man, you are, like, my idol. I don't think I could have done this without you. I thought your leg was broken. It's a miracle. It feels better now that I'm so pumped up. If you say so. Dude, thank you so much. I seriously should have totally asked before, but what's your name? I'm Tomiya. Kazuma Kiryu. Kiryu? Got it. Man, even your name is badass. I really wish there were some way I could thank you, but this is all I've got. You got a stamina spark. That's not terrible. I know it's kind of a lame reward, but it comes from the heart. Good enough. Be careful not to crash your bike again. I will. Take care, Kiryu-san. All right, we had our break. Now, back to work. Okay, boss. You gained 5,000 XP. All right, that's kind of a weird little sub-story. There wasn't any like big like funny twist or anything. It was just like doing some annoying errands, pretty much. It's kind of rich, I guess. He's certainly not like broke. He's certainly not homeless. It's not 10 million yen, but I did leave a good 50,000 yen in his pocket. It's enough to live off of for a few days. Although I don't know how much housing would cost. Maybe you could crash on somebody's couch for a few days. Technically, he should still own the office. Well, I guess he's paying rental space on that, so maybe he'll lose that fairly quickly. But he should at least have another month in there. So I guess he could, like, sleep in there for a little bit. I like how we've gone from like 10 billion yen to like 100 billion yen. Like, just escalation of stakes and scale. Doesn't leave you a lot of options, but I suppose you're not wrong. I mean, some people who are rich certainly dress like they're homeless. Or, I know. I just wanted to make double sure, Rebel Raccoon. I have a tendency to do that. I'll literally be like, did I just save? I think I saved, but just in case I didn't. I do that fairly often. It's just like, I think I saved. I'm pretty sure I saved. I better double check that I saved again. I've had it way too many times where with projects or video games or whatever where I didn't save and lost too much progress or whatever. Akiyama somehow with more money they start out with, not just fighting, not charging any interest. Yeah, that was fun. It's good getting back to Kiryu. He feels pretty good to play. It's cool that he actually starts out with most of the upgrades from Yakuza 3. I'm glad you don't have to start from entirely scratch. I mean, it's not like I learned Tiger Drop in Yakuza 3 anyway, so I guess that's technically accurate to the fact that he doesn't have Tiger Drop. I'll have to and strengthen him up and maybe learn some stuff from what's his face? Nope, I'm blanking on his name. Shoot. Anyway, but the master, Kiryu's master. But yeah, it's fun getting back to Kiryu and everything. It was fun that we got to do karaoke and stuff. I guess so. I guess Thursday we'll go ahead and do like the baseball stuff. We'll do some other things for Kiryu. Kamaki, yeah, we'll do some Kamaki training. We'll go beat up some dudes. And then next week we get to get into the late game. We can finish up any sub stories. I can finally start making some decent weapons for everybody. Finally. And do all that. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Rebel Raccoon, Corgi, Christian, Jeppo, Lupa if you're still lurking. Anybody else lurking, watching back on the VOD? Maybe Amon? We'll probably do Amon. Like I said, I think I want to do Amon this time around. Dom, yep. Hi, Dom. Yep. But yeah. I'll hopefully see you guys later, maybe this Thursday. I hope you guys are all having a good week and everything. But in case I don't see you, hope you guys have a good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you guys.